It's always someone. Any of those cabinets behind you wood, you better hit them with all of your fucking force.
Ooh. Oh, jeez. Ooh, I should.
Me, player who completely forgot what happened at the end of last episode.
I remember Polnaros got turned back into
That's right.
his real name, that, and then we jumped
It
back
is
to
written down as Proth. Is it Prothis or Prothis? I have written it down incorrectly.
Prothis. All right. And his
he still
freaky
has
art
his
project
powers
system.
too.
Hey, look, I'm not muted anymore. I don't know why that happens, man. But you know what?
Always something.
It is always something. Hey, I'd rather we have errors in the first 5 minutes before we've started. You know? There we go. Everyone can hear me now.
Oh, exactly.
Amazing.
Even though he's human, he still has his powers.
Yes.
We found that out.
He still has his powers somewhere. Does anyone want to take the recap, or should I do it before we hop in?
Somebody else should do it because I'm trying to snarf down a meal I forgot to eat lunch.
Fair enough.
Nah. I don't remember everything that happened, so I'd say you go ahead and hit. I remember where we ended.
Yeah. The recap of last week should be pretty simple. It was the sci-fi episode is how I marketed it. We had a guest star, Evan Cowdrey was there.
Right.
And in an attempt to restore Polnaros' memories, you guys took him into Aldor's Order realm, where you met a sort of guide that Polnaros corrupted. That was Zalkas the Holy, which was Evan's character. And he took you on an adventure full of lots of gaslighting on behalf of SG, largely. You gaslighted him into believing that his family was not real, which they were, so that's fine. You fought through a lot of guards, and you eventually got to the pseudo-computer at the center of the realm, fought back a gigantic robot monster as Polnaros restored his memories, and then that was pretty much it. You robbed the second jewelry store, or attempted to, but you did it bad, and got the cops called on you almost immediately. But
the Order Dimension does not like us anymore.
That's par for the course at this point. And that was...
It's gonna work one of these days. Operation Influencer will work.
Eventually.
Eventually, I believe in you.
You see, maybe I should just not be there, because I'm always the thing that gets clocked.
Someone asked, is Nathan eating a Lunchables pizza? Nathan, how do you respond to the allegations?
I am eating a DiGiorno's microwavable pizza, so not much better, but
adult Lunchables.
Yeah, it's adult Lunchables. That's what it is. Someone said my volume is low. I'm turning it up a little bit. Hopefully that'll fix it. I'm messing around with my settings as usual.
We can't forget how good we did at that boss battle, though.
You did. They handled a very hard boss very, very well. They figured out one of its weaknesses, and they kept it from murdering them. And Zalkas tanked its biggest attack without really any issues, so that also helped quite a bit. Let me get a...
I thought Matt was going easy on us with the boss battle until one hit actually connected, and it was like all of our health. I was like, so we were just being smart.
Yeah, I told you guys, you guys were smart with, you figured out that blinding it was one of the things that it was not immune to, and then you just went all in on that, and that was smart. You handled the fight well, and therefore you did not get lasered to death.
I'm gonna be 100% honest. Blinding it was not the objective. I just wanted to hit it in the big bit. I know it.
Everybody but
I know all my game designer friends.
Blinding worked.
I know all my game designer friends were like, "Oh, if you need to make a big monster, give it the obvious weakness." So I saw the giant eye and was like, "Shoot it, shoot that thing right there."
And you know what? That happened to be what worked. So I guess I'm good at game design. And by me, I mean the people who designed the visuals for that monster, which is Wizards of the Coast and not me. So I
guess Wizards of the Coast.
I guess Wizards of the Coast is good at game design. Who knew? Never would have guessed. Oh yeah, but on that note, not a ton to recap from last session. It was very, very straightforward. Nice little sort of mini self-contained quest. But yeah, where we last left off, Prophis, the restored form of Polnaros, who I should also mention, didn't Momo rolled for hotness on Polnaros and got a nat 20, right?
Yeah.
Oh, he got a nat 20.
Yeah, so for those who weren't there or don't, remember what Polnaros looks like, he's an elf. I kind of imagine him as a very, like, Legolas-esque figure, and he is a nat 20 on hotness, so this man is gorgeous. And
he is Legolas.
Now that he has been...
He just looks...
Yeah, now that he has been freed from his body horror puppet monster prison, he is extremely hot.
So hot.
But he still has his powers, supposedly. You don't know exactly how that's going to work yet. But yeah, where we last left off, he had opened a portal in the Order Realm for you guys to return to the, I guess let's call it, Prime Universe Rift Reach, Prime Plane. And was, gesturing you guys to go through. So anyone want to say anything before you head on, or do you want to just jump right back into the world? Let's get this session started.
I think I'm ready.
Cool.
I'm ready.
I'm ready.
We're still toting Scales with us, right?
Yeah. Zalkas is still there. We'll handle his thing in a bit. Obviously, Evan's not here this week.
Okay,
good. Zalkas is still there. So as Polnaros Prof, I'm gonna call him the wrong name forever, and he's my character. But you know what? That's fine. As Prophis gestures to the portal, you guys all head through. Prophis following last and closing the portal behind you. You come out in sort of like a back alleyway. It doesn't really see. You can't really see a lot of the city. As Prophis comes through, you see him kind of looking around in awe. Even the fact that you're in a back alleyway, like him returning to his home in a normal form for the first time in centuries. You can tell that it's kind of an emotional moment for him that he's trying to sort of contain. But yeah, you are now back in the main plane of existence. Prophis seems very happy. Zalkas, on the other hand, is very confused, as he usually has been since you met him. Looking around, he seems like almost blinded in a way, like he's kind of covering his eyes, very, again, confused.
Okay. Can we still hear the kaiju fight that's happening behind us? Or is it confusingly quiet?
There is not a kaiju fight happening anymore. Notably.
Shit.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Where did the kaijus go?
Well, one of the kaiju followed you. It was kaiju versus wizard when you left. It was the Megazord versus Callisto.
Right. So I'm gonna turn around, completely ignoring both Prothis and Scales and their reaction, just going, "Hey, is it a little too quiet? Like a lot too quiet? Like there was a fight happening when we left, and a guy trying to take over the whole city, and right now I don't hear anything."
Yeah. Suspicious.
How long have we been gone?
From you've probably been gone you weren't in there for long, maybe 3 hours max. You really this was not a very long quest. You have not been gone for an extended period of time, which is maybe more worrying.
Okay. Well, we don't have the rock anymore that we can summon Mystery Man.
No, we don't have Mystery Man Rock anymore.
But we do have Mystery Man's boyfriend.
You do have Mystery Man's boyfriend.
We do. All of us look in unison at this.
Prophis,
Hey,
you have connection to Callisto,
Yeah,
yes? You can summon him telepathically, yes?
So Prophis, he kind of looks at you as you're having this conversation and sort of interjects him and he goes, "Who is Mystery Man boyfriend?" "Oh, Callisto!" Processes what you said. I can certainly attempt. It's been quite a long time. And you see him kind of close his eyes and focus. Reminder for everyone in the chat. Prophis has the same sort of psychic ability as that SG does, but it has not been heavily expanded upon yet.
I just want to point out, I think it would be hilarious if SG legitimately had to look through notes to remember Callisto's name. I saw you look down at your notes, so it would be hilarious. It was like, hey, Prod, do you know Callisto?
I mean, technically, now that I'm thinking about it, I think you've only heard his name spoken like 1 or 2 times.
Yeah.
Because I think probably like Raelius and Minerva each maybe said it once. I say it more than you actually, because I'm describing things that are happening. No one actually calls him Callisto, so that's fair that you would have to look through notes for that. But saying boyfriend kind of clued Prophet in. So he sort of, you sense him kind of like focusing, and SG, you can sense a little like psychic vibe going off of him. Before he pauses, he goes, I can't sense anything at the moment. Maybe as I stay in this plane and attune myself to its psychic energies more, I'm not sure.
Can I?
Yes. Let's hope that's the case, and he is not dead, because that would be big problem.
That would be a big problem.
That would be... Can I roll insights to figure out if everything is taken over?
Yeah.
Because I
should also say you're in like an alleyway right now. You're not like.
I was gonna say, where did we come out of?
Yeah.
But I mean, when we were in the order portal, you could pretty much tell that everything was order E.
Yeah.
Even when I was running around alleyways.
Yeah.
So...
Go ahead.
All right. Here we go. Fuck. That's 12. That's.
You're in an alleyway. It looks like a fairly normal Rift Reach alleyway. There's nothing that is immediately apparent as having changed.
Okay.
I don't know what
at this point I want to notice that Scales is still here and be like,
yeah.
Hi. What are you still doing here, man?
He kind of like looks up from where he's wincing and just goes, "Why are there so many colors?"
Oh, right. This must be different for you. You live in a boring world. This is just kind of how things are. Remember, you asked for this. You can help or you can fuck off. There's 2 real options here.
Yes, I mean, I suggest to get kind of acquainted to this area, you should go into a jewelry store and just take something.
He
Remember, everything is always free.
Yes.
Always.
He looks up at you, kind of opens his eyes like to normal width for the first time, taking in all of the colors, and scans over you, sort of like you get the vibe that he's kind of processing everything that happened in the last 2 hours. And then he looks directly at Glib and goes, "Of the 2 options, I choose fucking off," and he books it.
Goodbye.
And that is Zalkas' exit for now.
Goodbye, Scales.
He just leaves.
Have fun.
Goodbye.
You traumatized that
might
man in
see you in
episode
prison
7.
at
He
some
is
point.
not sticking around.
Probably glad to get rid of us.
He does not want to help us. It's a fair idea.
Yeah, so he's gone. And maybe he'll make a reappearance later. I'm not going to say yes or no, but for now he's gone.
I can't wait to meet him later and he's like a professional bandit where he's like, "You lying fucks. I got real good at stealing shit because none of you actually told me how to pay for things."
I mean, it's not like this is going to bite us in the ass, right?
Nah, it's probably
Of course
fine.
not.
It's probably fine.
Nothing
By
ever
which I
comes
mean,
back to bite us in the
the
ass.
DM has
Yes.
not thought about where he's going to go yet, so don't say anything too
What is
suspicious
worse
or I
that
might
can
get
happen?
ideas.
Everything we have ever done has ended immediately when we stopped thinking about it. Always.
It-
Every
Always.
single
Oh,
time.
yeah.
Out of sight, out of mind. I don't know how this would be described in game. I don't know what the in-game equivalent to spell slots is, but Mr. Goodbid is gonna be like, "Yo, we just came out of a big battle. I don't know what kind of trouble we're gonna get into next, but it might not be a terrible idea to rest."
Yeah, you can.
That is true.
You've expended too much of your magical energy. That's reasonable enough.
We'll go with that.
That's reasonable enough.
Yeah, maybe we should go and find like a hotel, a bed, or something. As much as I
A
want to
Motel
camp out,
6?
yeah.
Yes,
As
because
much as I
I
would
look.
love to camp out in an alleyway, I don't want to do that. So let's go and actually find somewhere that has beds.
I look at Profis and I'm like, oh yes, because somebody disintegrated our safe house, so there's no
Somebody
place for us
turned
to rest
into
our-
our house.
I'm
Yes.
sorry. It was a weird time. Okay. But resting is a good idea. Yes, I can take some time to analyze the psychic landscape of this place so many centuries later and figure
Yeah.
out our next
Hold
move.
on a second. Can you turn
You
into
wouldn't
house
perhaps-
again?
That was gonna be my question.
He-
You wouldn't be able to turn into a house again, would you?
He kind of pauses and goes, "That's maybe the weirdest question I've ever been asked, but you have a point." And then he
Oh god, this is gonna be horrifying.
He walks down to the end of the alleyway and starts looking around, kind of presumably like looking for a place to do this or attempt this.
Right.
And he kind of walks back a minute later and goes, "Is it usually like this here?"
What do you mean?
Fuck.
And he just sort of points back to the main street.
I want it known that Glib just went, God damn it, as soon as he looked at that, because he knew. Look like what? And walk over.
So, when you walk out, Rift Reach, like, on a physical scale, it has not been Wanda Maximoff literally altered. But there are a whole bunch of Aldor's Order soldiers walking around.
God damn it.
Oh.
No. Wait, do we still have Friday?
What? Oh, the
We
horse?
still
The
have
horse?
Friday?
No, you
No!
you left the
it
horse!
outside of the
You
order!
No!
Yeah, the horse is
And then we went in the portal. Oh no!
the horse is
friend,
is now in the Order realm.
Oh no!
I mean, that's probably a
Mr.
relatively.
Goodbid drops to his knees in an alleyway.
Oh God, I just had a thought.
Friday!
I just had a thought. I
Oh
should
my
note
God, are we
a
gonna
lot
have
of
a
the
kaiju Friday?
a lot of the nuances of the Order realm were determined by Evan, because, to be clear, as I sort of told him to do, like he was just kind of riffing, and I sort of just worked off of the riff, which was my intent. And he did
Do
imply...
not just say they're going to kill Friday
No,
because
I
she's
was gonna
different.
I was gonna say he did imply that he has never seen a horse before, which means presumably Friday is the only horse in the entire dimension, which is something that does not matter to you guys now, but I, as the DM, am gonna keep in mind for later.
I like to think they will turn him into some kind of god.
Maybe.
Oh,
We're going to get a Polnaros-like character who all of a sudden it's an order-fueled horse
Yeah,
that walks in perfect unison.
Gonna be
Oh my gosh.
If I roll a nat 20 right now, can I turn into a full-size horse?
This is one of those times that I'm gonna regret saying yes, but I am gonna say yes. There's a 5%
Alright.
chance.
Nat 20. Guaranteed nat 20.
Come on, fingers crossed, let's do it.
No way. No way.
3.
Yeah, didn't think so.
Oh, okay.
No, no. So yeah, Prophets just kind of gestures at the street that does seem to be very full of some sort of occupying army. There are normal people walking around too. You know, it's a fantasy town. I'll describe it what it is. It's a Star Wars fantasy town full of stormtroopers. Is basically what's happening right now. It's
Right.
yeah.
Understood.
So not
Uh,
good.
So
No, to answer
stealthily,
your question, Prothis, it does not usually look like this.
Didn't think so.
do we have any? Does Mr. Goodbid have any allies within the city that might have a place we can crash at?
I would think so, yeah, because you are native to Rift Reach and you've been a bounty hunter for a while, so I would assume that you have some sort of safe house access. That's reasonable. Actually,
No.
do you have what background did you pick, Nathan? I don't know where I would even find it.
Criminal background.
Then yeah, that's explicitly part of your thing is that you have a criminal contact.
Sick.
Yeah, so
Okay.
yes, you definitely do.
So
I'm gonna have
Mr.
to-
Goodbid's like, I may have somewhere we can stay, but we're definitely gonna have to sneak over there.
Yeah.
I mean, this is something I can do very easily, but Glib, and I look, SG looks at Glib.
I am quite wanted by literally every government there is on accident. So I don't know how. Can someone stuff me in a bag or something?
I just want to put out there that there was one technique that did work to hide
I
from
swear to God, if you swallowed me
hide
like a
from
baby again.
enemy soldiers. There is one technique that has worked.
Prophets kind of you see him sort of open his mouth and like start to say something and then shut it again.
Wait.
So SG, wait, what is Mr. Goodbid? An elf or half elf?
Half elf.
So SG turns into a female half elf, and I prestidigitate like a baby blanket. Like, Glib, you know the drill. It worked last time.
Let's just get this fucking over
So
with.
yeah, Prophets and Kylan, who is also still here by the way. Kylan seems unaffected. Well, like
Oh,
not
yeah, I
physically
forgot
affected.
about
She's
Kylan.
in a much better mood now, obviously, but like her her physical form is not affected by Prophetess's change, as far as you can tell. They kind of just like stare at you and they react as you'd expect from seeing what just happened. Someone said, "Can Glib just not hop into Mr. Goodbid's briefcase?"
Can living things go
I'm
into
pretty
bags
sure
of holding?
that makes you go insane, canonically.
Let me look. I'm
Yeah.
gonna just search living thing in bag of holding. We're gonna see what comes up.
Yeah, I was gonna say, isn't there some
I think
lore?
that's how you get the bag man.
The
I think
bag
that's-
man?
Oh. Okay,
Yeah.
so it's not it's not that it makes you go insane, it's that there's not oxygen in there.
Ah.
Oh,
So that's a little bit bigger of a problem, or a more
I mean,
immediate problem.
you can
I guess
hold
I
your
should say.
breath for a minute plus your constitution.
Yeah, that's yeah. So maybe not. Yeah. Someone said there's 10 minutes worth of oxygen in the bag. After that, you start to suffocate, which is accurate. Who said that? Draconomicat. Yeah. So maybe
Wait
not
a minute,
that.
I'm dead.
What?
I'm a vampire. I don't breathe.
Oh, he's not wrong.
that's
He's not
right.
actually wrong. I do. Let me double check your
I'll
stats
just,
here.
I'll just be like, hold up. We are all forgetting the fact that I am a dead frog. So maybe you could pop open
me-
the infinite bag of death you have, and I can just hide in there with the weapons for a bit, instead of being swaddled like a fucking elf baby.
SG slowly puts down the baby blanket.
Yeah, breathless. You don't need to breathe. That's official.
Ooh. Mr. Goodbid unclicks his briefcase and clacks it open, lays it on the ground. He goes, I don't know what it looks like in there. It's like a tiny room. But, you know.
I'm gonna hold on to the straps at the top of the briefcase and just be
Yes.
like,
So you
Okay.
don't fall for
I-
eternity.
yeah.
I think for the
Just-
I think technically bags of holding are just supposed to be like extra dimensional spaces without much in them, but like
Yeah.
for the sake of this being my setting, I imagine that like Glib drops in the Goodbid's briefcase, and I have never seen much of The Office, the show, but I imagine that the inside of the briefcase is an exact replica of the main set from The Office, just
Yeah,
for
I
the
can
sake
agree.
of comedy. So
So
yeah,
I just
you
drop
drop
in
into
there.
a
Wait, he says he doesn't know what it looks like in there.
Yeah.
That means it's just a black pit until I enter it,
and then
I'm like,
you pop up in and there's just like Goodbid stuff
Alright.
and like a lot of like
Yeah.
legal papers just
I'm
like
just
laying
like-
around.
looking around the. It's supposed to look corporate in here.
Close. Click.
I
Well,
imagine
let's get going.
like one of the ceiling tiles is where you come through, and like when Goodbid closes the briefcase, like the ceiling tile clicks back on.
Yeah. You're now in the back rooms.
yeah. Glib's just got back roomed.
Can he hear me?
That is an amazing question.
I am going to assume no.
Like, can the two interact with it? Like, if he hits the side of the briefcase, do I feel like?
I'm gonna say
Jesus.
that is acceptable for comedy's sake. You cannot communicate in and out.
Can I
Amazing.
knock on the wall and he can slightly hear like someone's in the briefcase?
SG should be able to communicate with you though for note because her telepathy
Oh,
crosses
that's true.
dimensions. So we'll
Right.
say that that's proximity enough.
Incredible.
SG wouldn't care about me. SG would be trying to communicate
Who-
with Friday right now.
Really important question right now. Who has the actual bag of holding?
The actual bag of holding?
SG.
Okay, good.
I think I do.
Just wanted to make sure because it's not. I think we went over what happens if you put
We
a bag
did
of
go
holding in a
over
bag
that.
of holding, and it's not ideal.
Oh yeah.
We create a black hole.
A hell of a
I should
distraction
have asked that
though, isn't
first,
it?
but you know what? That works. Okay,
Is that
so
foreshadowing? I don't know.
it's only foreshadowing if you do
Black
something
hole
dumb.
counts as a distraction. I think that's the nuclear option. I think that we're fucked.
It's just hey, you're fighting a Megazord. Like what's not at the moment, but maybe later. So yeah, Glib is now in the office, and
Incredible.
The plan is set. Well, sort of. First stage of the plan is set.
Yeah, get rid of the criminal. That's the plan right now.
You're
Well,
the
technically,
criminal,
you're all
and then-
criminals.
Hide the wanted criminal. Let's.
And then head out to
Oh,
my
okay.
buddy's place, wherever that is. I don't know.
Yeah. You don't. I did not think that through ahead of time, so you're just probably gonna get a half-assed Marvel reference. But yeah, so Goodbid knows where he's going. And actually, you know what? Goodbid, roll a history check with advantage to see how quickly you can get your bearings on this part of the city as related to the other.
With advantage?
Because you're from the city, so I'll that seems like a fair enough roll for it.
That is a 22.
Oh, yeah, you popped out in a district that you have been to before many times, so you know exactly where you're going.
Heck yeah.
Oh god, I just had a stupid... All right, well, that's what we're doing. Oh, that's really funny, actually. Okay, anyway. You know where you're going.
I swear to God.
It's not a pun, maybe. Maybe I'll think of one in a minute. It's not a pun at the moment.
You said that about the castles, too.
No, I never said it wasn't a pun. I said the pun wasn't his name. Anyway, you know where you're going, so you have your path laid out.
Sick.
Are you just walking through? How are you getting to your goal here?
Acting natural, like I'm just on a stroll home. Unless, is it obvious that the Order people are looking around for someone? Because if it seems that way to Goodbid, he'll be sneaking.
Roll an insight.
Insight. What do I got? Okay. Wow. 24. Or sorry, 21. 21.
Okay.
21.
So yeah, I'll give you some helpful info there. They do not seem to be actively looking for anybody right now. They are just sort of patrolling the area, like generally, this is a newly invading army. They're just like occupying, making their presence known.
Right.
But
so
you
we
do
see
remember that
other creatures, not just the Order soldiers.
Yeah, there are other people walking around as well. It's not just them. Everyone else seems terrified, of course. Since you got such a good roll, I'll give you a little hint. That Aldor, their leader, would have been familiar with Prophus's human form. So you don't know if that knowledge has necessarily passed down to his soldiers, but like it is not like Prophus would be a completely new face to their general like structure.
At the very least, Goodbid is obstructing his face in some way, whether it's like with his hat, keeping his head down, or something like that.
Okay.
Can I? God damn it, SG can't hear me. Never mind.
No, SG can. SG can.
I can hear you.
SG can psychic communicate with you, but no one else can hear.
Yeah.
And actually, Prophus can as well, technically.
Right.
And Kylan. Actually, everyone but Goodbid.
Right. Anybody who's listening currently, should hide the former Elder God and boyfriend of the person that we're trying to find with like a hat or something. Perhaps maybe a rather largely brimmed hat that he can pull in front of his face.
Prophus kind of goes, oh, right. And then shapeshifts pretty, he still shapeshifts in the grotesque way that he did as Polnaros. It's
God damn it.
It's from human to human, but it's still gross. Well, it's from humanoid to humanoid. The form
Is
that he
it audible?
takes. Yeah.
Ew.
The form that he takes.
I imagine that it looks like Carnage from the newest Venom movie, how he just kind of like liquefies for a second and transforms into someone else.
That's a very good, that's good. That's now the canon description of it, is like Carnage from Venom 2. And you have no one to blame but yourself for that, Panda. But yeah, he turns into a humanoid form that none of you recognize.
Got it.
I swear to God, this is just... If this is just someone that he knew from his past, that he's like, oh, I didn't think anyone would recognize him, and then we run into Mystery Man later, and he's like, really? Him? The Milkman? You think I wouldn't know?
Are my twists that obvious? No. But yeah, so you start heading onwards. Make a... Okay, here's what I'm gonna do. You guys, I'm gonna make up a check here. I'm going to call this an act natural check, and you can either roll as your stealth or your performance, whichever is higher.
Okay. Stealth or performance.
I take it I'm excluded from this.
You are excluded from this. You are in the office right now.
I am a bag. I am currently in a briefcase.
I got a 17.
Okay, I have disadvantage on stealth, but I have a +5 to it, so...
Wait, why do you have disadvantage on stealth? Oh,
because of my fucking demon armor.
The demon armor, right.
Clinking around all over the place.
Because that armor you gave her, that's why.
Hey, I offered it. She didn't have to take it. She should have known better than to
God
take magic
damn it,
items on
that's
Friday
an
the 13th.
8.
An 8, okay.
That's an 8. That's a +4 to performance. And that's an 8 total.
Oh my
Acting natural.
Alright,
Oh.
let me add... He's fine.
SG forgot to add a mouth to whoever they shapeshifted
Oh, I know.
into. Just-
I know exactly what went wrong here. So you guys are going.
God
You
damn
guys
it.
are going through the streets before eventually, two of the I've started calling them Aldori in my head, but I guess that's canon because it's my world. Two of the Aldori stop in front. They step in front of you and stop. Not paying any attention to anyone other than SG.
God damn it.
And they kind of like look you up and down and go, half elf. These sounds coming from your body are not consistent with your visual appearance.
I don't know what you mean.
As you know, clanking armor. This I assume casually dressed half elf with this clank, 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 clank.
Oh, God.
I would like to step in and attempt to persuade them to leave us
Go
alone.
right ahead.
Saying
You're
something
not
like,
even gonna lie about the armor, man.
just saying something like,
Just gonna tell him to fuck
a
off.
quick question is SG a female half elf right now?
That would be up to her.
Yes.
Yeah.
And are the two guards men?
I mean, these soldiers are like fairly androgynous because they're like armored drones, basically.
Right.
It's the same.
Okay.
It's the same type of thing that you fought at the beginning of Session 7, where it's like these are the drone soldiers, not the more quote unquote sentient ones.
I would like to think that SG's form is attractive regardless of gender.
Incredible. Either way, Goodman's gonna say, I don't know why you're so obsessed with this beautiful individual's appearance. How about you leave us alone?
One of the soldiers kind of like stops and pauses and processes what you said, and then in a very monotone voice goes, "Law enforcement."
Trying to be so natural. Is it
We'll be on our
illegal
way.
to look this good?
I like how you did like the little like the which I imagine is also accompanied by clank 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 clank.
I'm switching gears to attempt to intimidate them to
Okay.
leave us alone. I don't know what I'll say. I'll probably just smile and be like, "We're going to go now," and like slash
Make that
threat.
roll.
God damn it.
Come on,
Please,
come on.
I
please.
just want it known that Glib knows none of this. I'm still locked in a suitcase just waiting.
Yeah, he's chilling.
That's not a good face. That's a terrifying face.
Please.
Good news. I have a
Okay.
+9
That is good
intimidation.
news.
Bad news. I got a nat 1.
God damn it!
Come
God damn it.
man.
Okay.
So a 10.
Well, oh yeah,
Total.
sure, yeah, because we'll just give you that bonus on a nat
Come
1.
on,
Yeah,
come
because that
on.
matters when
I
you roll
thought
a
you were
nat
gonna say you got a 2 or something, but no, that's much worse.
Ah!
So the other Eldori speaks up again. He goes, "Intimidation of a law officer is not permitted," and then they both raise their weapons at you. Please come with us. At this point, Prophis kind of like, quickly steps up next to you, and sort of just like taps both of the guards on the shoulders really quick, and you see like a little bolt of iridescent energy flow through them, and then they walk off. And Polnaros go and
Why didn't we
and
open
Prophis
with
turns to you
that?
and goes, "That's probably going to cause problems later, but it should be fine for now. We should go."
And that's all we need.
I was about
Let's
to
go.
grab the briefcase and just like throw Glib at them.
Just
All my
throw the
shit
guy
falls
who
on the
does
street.
nothing.
Throw the glib.
Okay, we get a move on.
Here's the
This is an out of character question, but what do they call it when Colossal throws Wolverine? I can't remember.
fastball special.
Fastball special.
Yeah,
Yeah, you're
fast Glib, fast frog special.
You could. I think frog ball special is.
Frog
Yeah,
ball
frog
special.
ball special is.
Oh my god.
That's gonna happen at some point. That's gotta happen at some point now.
Gotta happen now.
I'm gonna be a little bit
Are you
mean.
like speed walking? Are you like running away from this scenario right now?
You guys gotta make another check, by the way.
I'd say so.
There are a lot of soldiers.
You said it was performance
Yeah, act
or
natural is performance
stealth?
or stealth, whichever you
Yeah.
choose.
I am never rolling with this dice again. Get out of there.
Yeah, I'm gonna switch to physical dice because my digital dice have been doing me very dirty right now.
So many lows, but so many highs. I got a 23.
23. Okay.
Okay.
Why couldn't that have happened 2
Blood
seconds
doesn't
ago?
have to. Neither of them are failing you. Kylan actually got a nat 20, so she's all good. What did you get, SG?
I got an 8, so I'm just like making haste.
God!
Going clink, clank,
What did you
clink,
get?
clank,
What did you
clink,
get the
clank.
first time?
Oh, I have to roll again?
No, yeah, this is the second. This
Yeah.
is the second
okay.
check. Yeah.
A new one.
I roll
a new
again.
check.
Okay.
Please roll again.
Okay, that is gonna be 22.
Okay, 22 is fine. So now, kind of,
You
Good
learned your
Bid's still
lesson.
doing fine. Good Bid's used to
Yeah.
this. Providence is, well disguised. He's fine. Kylan is also sort of used to sneaking around. SG has realized the error that she made the first time and is now treading a lot lighter as she goes through the streets. Before you eventually arrive at a pretty lavish mansion. That is the home of Good Bid's contact, who I will go ahead and say is sort of like a pseudo mob boss of the area, but I'm not going to give you a lot more details beyond that. And yes, this is a half-assed Marvel reference because you caught me off guard, but it's going to be a funny one.
Heck yeah.
Oh, before
Is there like a gate or just like a door? Or
There's
like...
we'll say there's a gate around it and then like an inner courtyard, and then the mansion is a little down the way.
Before we go forward, I realized I rolled performance, and I probably wouldn't be able to just like walk normally with my armor. So can I shapeshift? Can I say I shapeshifted into like, what is it, a warforged, one of those like robot-looking
that's
things
fine.
that would match it? Yeah.
Yeah, that's okay.
Sick.
Just something that works for that. So you're at the gate
Yeah,
of the.
works,
I
yeah.
really need to come up with a name for this character, but you know what? I'll get there. Let me go to my name generator as you guys figure out what your next move is.
Yeah, I mean, is the gate open or is it like one of those fancy places where you gotta like?
It's a
Do the
It's a
buzzer?
fancy buzzer. There's
Do
not
the
like
buzzer.
a buzzer. You can see at the door to the mansion, which is not super far off because this is in the middle of a city, so it's not like a massive driveway.
Right.
There are 2 guards standing at either side of the door.
Alright, I'm just gonna walk in through the gate. Like, howdy, y'all.
Roll perception. I want all of you to roll perception really quick, just on these guards for notes.
All right. What do I got at perception? That is gonna be.
I got an 8.
Okay.
I don't know if
Glib
that's a
is
6
still
or a
in the
9.
thing. I mean, 6 or 9
still
that will
above.
have the same result for this kind of thing.
Wow, why are they like this on the dice? I literally can't tell which is which.
It's whatever way is facing you.
Oh, that's gonna be a 10. Oh, 11.
Okay,
11. Still not
11
great.
is enough. So Goodbid is more concerned with getting in, but SG, you notice both of these guards look exactly the same, like exactly
So they're
identical.
Clone.
I don't know.
Goodbid does not know.
Goodbid.
I mean, they're wearing armor, so it's not like immediately apparent. But but yeah.
Right.
Goodbid, would there be a reason why he has guards that are identical to each other, like identical as in same person, but 2 of them?
And I'm gonna say here at this point, for the sake of Lord Goodbid, you don't know a ton about, like, you have never met this boss
Right.
in person. You have done jobs for him. Here's what I'll say: you have done jobs for him, and you like are enough acquainted with his business that you can do this sort of thing. But as you think about it, you realize that all the people that you have contacted for this organization do look the same, and you kind of always assumed they were the same person. But now that you think about it, maybe they were different.
I guess I said I was like, I'm not very good with faces.
Oh, that's
But,
for sure.
I guess I never really thought about it. Something troubling you?
Um,
No, go ahead.
it just strikes me as odd. Can I? Ooh, do I have any? You know what? I can use a spell slot for this for sure.
Ooh.
I'm gonna try to. Where's my reading mind spells? God damn it! Where'd you go? I'm gonna do detect thoughts.
Okay.
It's a wisdom save, 11.
Okay. And I'm assuming this is like happening as you're like walking up. You're not standing in front of the guards, just like stopping and reading their minds. Yeah.
Right.
Just like pointing
Okay.
back, like look at these
Both of them fail.
Sweet.
You get the thoughts that you get off of the. Can you target multiple people at once with this, or are you targeting one or the other?
I mean, like, I feel like since they're the same person / same thing, they're gonna have the same thoughts.
That's fair enough, and yeah, I'll give you that. Their thoughts don't seem particularly out of the ordinary. The thoughts seem like what you would sort of expect for these guys guarding a mansion. They're wary of you walking up, but not like in an immediate, like they're going to attack you kind of way. The most notable thing is that their thoughts are, again, nigh identical.
Right.
Well, I think my mind control stuff might not work, so you're the talker. Go talk.
Howdy, y'all. We're here to see the big man.
One of them kind of nods and goes, good bid. Are you on a job right now?
Yeah, actually, and we're in a little bit of a pickle. Would love to cash in a favor and have a place to stay.
The guards seem, I guess, that's actually, I was going to say roll deception. That's not a lie, is it? Roll persuasion, just to be sure, because this is like a criminal organization. They're not going to necessarily open doors, but yeah, that's not a deception.
Right. That's fair. That is a 23.
Oh, yeah, okay. So the guard kind of nods, swings the door open for you. The other one actually walks in with you, goes ahead, and says, I'll get the boss. And kind of
appreciate you.
Walks in. You enter into, the sort of what you would expect. It is a foyer of a very ornate, very fancy mansion. You notice that sort of the decor, there are red crystals pretty much like everywhere. There are a lot of, that's like the main decor. There's like a chandelier of red crystals and things like that. And after a moment, at the top of the stairs that are sort of at the other end of the building, a gray-skinned man wearing a very dramatic black cloak. This is what you get when you catch me off guard with things. A gray-skinned man wearing a very sort of dramatic black cloak and outfit kind of steps in with a flourish. He goes, "Good bid. It's been a long time. How are you doing, my friend?"
Good to see you, buddy. Good to see you.
Mr. Badman.
I'll have you know his name is Baron Malevolent.
Motherfucker!
Wow.
Oh, it's not better. It's horrible, but it's horrible in a sort of fitting way. So I'm gonna go with it. So he's steps down the stairs, kind of like takes Goodbid's hand and shakes it vigorously. He goes, "What do you need?"
Well, I'm on a job right now. We're in a little bit of a pickle. I would love if we could grab a few rooms and just crash for the night before we get into some more. I legally can't say the B word, but get into further job encounters.
He kind of looks confused at the legally can't say the B word, as he assumes you mean something else, and is very curious what that word would mean in this context. But he kind of shakes his head and goes, "Oh, of course. And he gestures. A few servants come out, also identical but smaller versions of him. And you do realize at this point that the guards were also like shorter and slightly less like dramatic looking versions of this same guy. That sort of lead you to a hallway with and they take you to a very ornate like couple of guest rooms. He does only get you.
Can we take Glib out of the?
I was gonna say he only the mansion's very large. He does only seem to provide 4 rooms.
Oh, one moment. Click. And I just shake the briefcase and hopes that Glib will fall out.
I mean, I guess that's a.
Ow! What the hell?
Con save for Glib. Con save.
So on seeing this, Baron Malevolent kind of looks at the frogman that has been unceremoniously dumped on the floor, and seems to definitely recognize him as the very wanted robber and murderer who is now like the terror of Riftreach over the past couple days. And goes, good bid, you old
mention.
scoundrel. So this is the job, huh? I respect it.
You
Get
know
on in
me.
there. Go,
you
go,
know
go.
me. Okay.
Don't you bring the
I'm
cops
very
around here. We're being
confused
invaded
where
right
we
now.
I would never.
I'm very confused where we are, who this
Yeah.
is, why I'm on the ground.
Yeah, none of
why there's 6 of this guy. I'm just
no one other than Goodbid is native to Rift Region, so nobody who knows who this man is except for him.
Amazing.
Hi?
Yeah.
Where am I?
The Malevolent kind of like steps up to Glib and leans down, shakes your hand again, goes, Baron Malevolent, big fan of your work.
I look back at Goodman and go, you took us to a man whose name is Malevolent?
He is an excellent craftsman in his line of work.
His name is also Baron Malevolent.
Do you want a place to sleep or not?
Fine. Hi, I'm Glib.
So that's your name. We'll keep that off the books. Don't worry.
Cool. Thank you, Mr. Malevolent. God damn it.
Goodman just makes himself at home. He enters one of the rooms and just starts, throws his briefcase on the bed, takes his very polished shoes off.
So yeah, you all have your own rooms at this point because Malevolent is obviously very, very, very rich.
Wait a minute. Hold on. If he thinks that I'm the job, would he put me in a room or a dungeon?
I mean, he thinks that like, you're hard. He assumes, I guess, from what you can tell, he assumes that Goodbid's job seems to be either protecting or hiding you, not hunting you or turning you in.
Yeah.
Because from the fact that he like came to you for security and then like let you out, he kind of semi-correctly assumes that the job is protection and not hunting.
Good idea. Okay, cool.
Okay, so yeah, you are in the most, actually, thinking about it, probably some of them, not probably, definitely like the most lavish place that any of you have ever been. Yeah, this is a very fancy area.
Can I size up
like
myself to the smaller versions of the guy to like get a judge for how big they are?
I mean, they're still bigger than you.
Fuck.
They're sort of like, he's obviously the biggest. He's like tall end of normal human. He's like 6'5". The guards are probably like 5'5", and then the servants are like 5 foot.
Okay. So I'm still looking up at the small
you are
ones.
still,
like, this is
yeah,
bullshit.
they're smaller. They're not like tiny.
Gotcha. All right. I'm stood.
All right. So yeah, you are now in a
fucking room.
In a secure location. You can talk and plan as you are. Prophis kind of piped. I'm assuming you're all meeting in like one of the rooms. Doesn't really matter which. For all intents and purposes, they're identical. Prophis kind of pipes and goes, as I said, I'm going to try to get a sense of the psychic landscape, see if I can find what happened to Callisto or any other psychics in the area, etc.
Good.
Sounds like a plan.
Good plan.
Yes, please,
why does your briefcase smell like shoe polish and mustache cream? I didn't see anything other than weapons.
Beauty takes time. Beauty takes time.
Okay, but my question stems from the fact that there's none of that shit in there. That's... I looked.
I will be taking no further questions. Good night, y'all.
Slams the door. All right, so okay, you all take a long rest at this point, unless you have some reason not to. But I think that's probably what you're wanting to do.
Bringing my spell slots back.
Just made a very, very good point. Shouldn't all of the sheets dissolve that I'm sleeping in?
Yeah.
Like I wake up and they're just fucking burnt away, and I'm like, God damn it!
Yeah, theoretically, yes. Okay, I know this is like earlier than usual. I'm actually while we're taking a long rest, this is a fitting time. I'm gonna run to the bathroom really quick because I had a lot of water before this session. Does anyone else need to take a bathroom break, or are
Yeah,
I'll take one. I mean, I won't turn one
cool.
down.
I keep forgetting to make a pause screen, so I'm gonna kick it to the starting soon screen really quick. and I'll be back in like 2 minutes, and I'll turn it back. So hold on, everybody. We will return in just a moment, and we will continue with session 8.
Woo!
And I'm gonna actually turn my mic down so that you guys can't hear me this time. And I'm back, and it seems that either my Skype has broken, or no, they're just not back yet. All right, hello everybody. I'm back. I seem to be the first one back, so let me look at chat and see how you guys are doing. Oh, there's Momo back.
I'm Vic.
Someone said watching stream while reading Jedi Fallen Order is surprisingly relaxing. Wait till we get into a fight, because I'm using maps that are definitely not from Jedi Fallen Order. I don't know if you were here last week, whoever said that, but yeah, I found our database of someone found got like a bunch of top-down pictures of Fallen Order maps and uploaded them as D&D maps, so that's what we're using. Someone said we're hungry for blood, feed us. Technically, Aldori soldiers don't have blood, as was proven last week when Glib tried to drink one. If Glib slept with clothes on, the sheets should be fine. Ryu Draco 7, it's kind of a point of fact that Glib's clothing is very limited. It has been the bit for a while now. Hold on, let me turn on my...
I think it's just the cape.
Let me turn on my... that's not it. Let me turn on my main cam so we don't have this giant Skype thing in the center. Could Glib make pants out of material that's acid-proof? Possibly, but he hasn't tried yet.
He could make pants out of his cape, but then he wouldn't have his cape.
Yeah, technically the seamstress said that she could attempt to recreate the enchantment that was on the cape, but then you did some crime and had to book it out of there relatively fast.
I feel like isn't there like a D&D item that can duplicate items, or is that just my imagination?
I mean, this box has 400 D&D magic items in it. There's probably something like that. I do not have all of them memorized. There are so many. I actually still need to go through. You gave Glib one of the rings that you stole last week, and he hasn't used that yet. And you still have a couple others.
And we're about to wake up, so I'm hoping that we get to go through the items.
Yeah, you can do. This would be a good place to do that. And also, before somebody mentions it, because somebody mentions it every session, I know that Glib still owes something to his Kraken patron. People have been reminding me that. It's like, oh, I know. The bill will come due. Like, I know exactly what it's going to be. It just hasn't happened yet. Welcome back, Nathan.
Welcome.
Someone said...
I just want to say... Sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Yeah, in regards to last week with SG's gaslighting, that was like 90% the player Momo just completely misreading the situation. And then 10% SG just completely committing to it.
I mean,
player error.
SG committing to the bit is like a running thing at this point.
It's really me just like completely misreading what's happening and then being like, well, can't give up right now. Just gotta.
Oh. I just noticed something that's actually really interesting, and I believe I told this. One of the choker that you have, and I'll tell you this because I believe I actually went over this, but I didn't really realize the practicality of it. Also, hello, Panda. You have the necklace of adaptation, which allows the wearer to breathe normally in any environment. So theoretically,
oh wait, Glib is wearing that.
Glib doesn't need it at the moment, but theoretically, you could use that to let someone else into the briefcase.
Nice. I'm glad we have this tactical tool in our belt.
The tactical office.
Just maybe we can give it to Propus and just have them like or have him in the briefcase and then just do like Operation Fastball. What is it called? God damn it! I forgot it already.
The Frog Ball Special.
Yeah. Frog Ball Special.
Okay, I'm looking.
I wonder how.
Like,
I wonder how bad of an idea it would be to intentionally put the bag of holding in the briefcase of holding whenever we meet the big bad. Just the
nuclear option, just for fun.
Nuclear option.
We'll
plan a fail-safe.
Yeah, I mean, worst case scenario, but we'll always have that.
Yeah.
Here's the perfect situation for that. You just give both of them to me, and then I get eaten.
I mean,
black hole in the monster.
We're onto something. Write that down.
That's a concept right there. That's have any of you guys seen The Good Place, the show?
Yeah, of course.
Do you guys know the line? For those in chat, there's a character in there named Jason, and one of my favorite lines from the show is like, I don't remember the exact, but like, one of my favorite solutions to problem is Molotov cocktails. You have a problem, throw a Molotov cocktail at it, boom, you have a different problem. That's what you just described with the black hole solutions. Boom, you have a different problem.
We're gonna Molotov cocktail something.
Your one problem is fixed.
Yeah. I don't know what. All I know about that is it brings you to a different plane. I don't remember which one, and it's a one-way door.
Hey, different planes is what a lot of this campaign's about right now. So
we have experience with.
Yeah,
that.
you've been
we're
the three
professionals.
You've been the three.
It's gonna be Operation Slip of this campaign. If you get that reference,
I don't. I'm worried now.
I do get the reference.
Did you say slippery puppet?
Yes.
I get the reference. I got it.
Is that a Dimension 20 thing?
Nathan gets the reference.
Anyway. Okay, so you guys had a long rest. You wake up in the morning. Glib's sheets have been suitably melted.
You can hear me from all of the room just go, motherfuckers.
Yeah. But before we get started in the morning, I go to Glib's room and I say, knock knock, hello, open.
Open the door. What?
Okay, don't have to be so on at so early in the morning. It's time we figure out all the stuff we stole. So I think I have. What did I steal? I stole like 3 necklaces, and you have that ring that we don't know what it does, and you know what? It might be useful for our endeavors. We're going to have to take on the whole army.
Going through what you have here, I remember you have the circlet of blasting, which you already figured out.
Yeah.
You have the necklace of adaptation, which is the one that lets you breathe. You figured that one out already. There's the ring you gave Glib. There's a necklace, and then there's another ring, which I forgot which one I gave you, but you didn't figure it out yet. So I'm probably just gonna draw you a new one.
Is Goodbit here for this, or is this in Glib's room?
I mean, if you want to come to Glib's room, we're having a party.
I'll come to Glib's room.
A theft party. A stealing party.
I want to see what magical items we got. I'm part of the team.
Welcome, Mr. Goodbit.
Oh, someone in chat said, does he still have the staff? And yes, he does. The staff is actually something that I homebrewed, and you never used it, and I'm hurt. It's really funny.
Glib, it's time we find out.
Be one of those comedic moments where I still have this thing, and I pull out a staff that's 6 feet tall from behind my back. Like, where were you keeping that?
It's going to be really hard to figure out what it does, but if you can, it'll be really funny. So yeah, you have, by my count, counting the staff, 4 items that you do not know the use of. You have a necklace, you have 2 rings, and you have the staff.
All right, so do we just roll Arcana 4 times?
Yeah, since you're working together on it,
okay.
Yeah, you're all working together on it, I assume. You could also get Prophet and Kylan. Yes. They might have more insight as well. Prophis being a magic god
Oh.
might be useful.
That is
No.
helpful.
He's
I'll walk
Strophis.
down the hall and go grab Prothis and be like, "Hey, bud,
Hey.
we need some magic smarts, and this shit looks old, so you
Oh.
probably help."
Oh, how gross do I want to be? I want to be gross. You knock on Prophis's door, and the door like kind of swings open, and you see in the bed he's just sort of like a almost like puddle-like mass. And then when he hears you coming, he like, quickly like snaps up and reforms into his human body.
Gross.
Glib is just gonna be like,
What
"I'm never gonna unsee that. Come to my room when you're a person. I can't. I can't.
Sorry. His form takes a little bit to hold on to. And then him and Kylan a moment later arrive at the at Glib's room.
Nice.
Someone said
I'm just gonna be
Inuyasha
staring
reference.
into
If it was, I didn't know it.
I'm just staring at.
Oh, someone also brought up the Methuselah stuff that we had stolen
Oh,
in my bag.
crap! You do have. I have
Right.
no idea what that. I'm gonna have to look.
We have
through
a
some
whole
magic.
office full of
okay.
shit from a
Yeah.
chaos
Okay,
agent.
so I am. What? Okay, let's just get started. What item you want to do first?
I want to figure out what the staff does.
Okay, staff. So that's some Arcana checks. Roll with. You guys. Okay. Momo, roll Arcana with double advantage because you're getting help from Glib. You're getting help with Prophis, so you get 3. Take the highest.
Nice.
Okay.
Someone said, "Could Glib drink Prophis?" And if you think that's a good idea to drink the body horror puddle, that's on you.
Well,
How? Which one of you motherfuckers said that?
His
You
name-
disgusting
Their
sons of
name
bitches.
is King in Black 5.
Jesus
King in Black
Christ!
Five,
Wait,
you
how many times
disgusting
did I roll? 3
motherfucker.
or 4?
3.
3.
I mean, unless anyone else is
the
helping with someone
high-
who knows Arcana, like I don't know what Good Bid's Arcana stat is, but if he knows Arcana,
I mean, he's not proficient in
Okay.
it. You got a +2.
Dude, I'm a
Yes,
warlock and I
Mr.
got negative
Woodbeard.
1.
but you went to magic school, so you're getting the history bonus or the help action.
Mr. Goodbid, maybe you can take a look at some of these items because and not today.
Sure.
What did you
I'm very distraught
for the
after
staff?
losing my best friend Friday.
Too much grief.
What did you get on the staff, Momo? I didn't actually hear the number.
I rolled 3 times and the highest I got was a 12.
Okay, yeah. The staff is a very confusing thing that you do not recognize what it does. It seems like you can definitely tell that there's magic on it, but the magic is like not very magical, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Can I take a crack at the
You can
staff,
take a
or do I
crack-
have to do a
You
different
can
item?
take a crack at the staff.
Is it a flat roll for me,
Yeah,
or
you
is
can do-
triple
it'd be Arcana,
advantage?
it'd be
or
Arcana. I'll give you a flat Arcana. Yeah, flat Arcana.
flat
Because
Arcana?
Prophis already used his advantage on Momo, and he doesn't.
Right,
know what it is either.
That's fair. Which one rolled like? Which one gave me my nat 1? I can't remember. Okay, we're gonna hope it's not this one.
If it is, throw it across the room.
Ooh, 17 plus 2, 19.
Ooh.
Okay.
That actually doesn't figure out what this thing does. This thing is
No!
a very special item. You actually you sort of you can tell from the 19 that this is not an enchantment you've ever seen before, and I don't know if they give you the but you found this at like one of the a very 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 powerful wizard's base, and it seems to be something unique. Remember that the other items in this place were a genie and a not seen for a while magic
Talking
skull, so
skull.
they're pretty powerful.
Yeah,
Is
Glib
it
is
possible-
basically like.
Can I try using it like a staff to like shoot something at the bed, because I already destroyed the
What
bed.
are you?
So-
Yeah, what exactly are you trying to do with the staff?
I want to see if it shoots something.
Okay, so you're just like sort of holding it and hoping,
Yeah, and like
focusing. Nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing. You know what? You roll an Arcana as you try to do that. I'm trying to figure out how to give you hints to this.
Oh my
I'm
god.
I got a 0. I got a fucking 0. I got a nat
Wow.
1 -1. How do you get a 0?
I love that. I love that. I love that.
I'm
for you.
trying to think of like what would even happen.
Wow.
It's so impossible.
Maybe
Oh.
does it?
Oh. The staff, as you try to like focus on the staff flies out of your hands directly and just punches a hole straight through the wall.
Glib!
Did you mean to do that, Glib?
Glib, this
No.
is my friend's house!
Well, I already destroyed his bed. Blame it on me. I'm the criminal.
Oh my gosh.
I'm gonna run to the other.
Oh, it's okay. I take it out of the wall. I take it out of the wall and I like minor illusion the wall smooth.
Just
You'll never know.
flex tape.
I'll do you one better. I'm casting
hit-
mending on the wall
Okay.
and hope to seal the hole.
Can I take this? All right, that didn't work.
Here you
Can I
go,
try
Glib.
and hit the bed with the staff?
Is that what it's supposed to
You
do?
can try. You can
I
try
don't
and
know
hit
what
the.
it's
You can
supposed
try
to
and hit
do.
it.
Oh my
Okay,
gosh.
attack roll. What do I do
Yeah, that'd be
here?
an attack roll. I should say there is a way that you can figure out what this does. I'm trying to see if you'll stumble upon it naturally, because you very well
I
might.
feel. I have an idea.
All right. What do I roll for attack?
Someone
again?
said, "Shouldn't Prophets just know?" Remember, this is like a unique. This is. I'll go into. This is a unique
Yeah.
thing that was developed like by. I forgot the necromancer's name. Eovard. This was developed.
Igabard?
This seems to have been developed
Eov-
by Eovard, which was long after Prophecy's time. Remember, Prophecy is like from 700 years ago. So he has a lot of.
What do I
knowledge,
roll
but
for
it's not,
attack?
For
Not
your
sure what
staff,
I roll for this.
I think that's a dex. I think a staff is a dex weapon, right? Nathan might know.
If it's melee, it'd be. If it's melee or range, it'd be dex. So if it's
Alright.
melee, it's strength. If it's a ranged weapon, like a staff, it'd be
Yeah,
dex.
Okay, so
I'm
yeah,
gonna-
that's a dex.
All right, 22.
I mean, you
Alright.
whack the bed real good. It seems to whack effectively.
All right. Good bid's moving on to a different magical item while
Yeah,
we're figuring
we'll
that shit
bounce
out.
around.
This is a
Okay,
stick.
I have two ideas. There.
Okay.
I'm gonna take the staff and I'm gonna
There-
knock the ground twice. See if that does anything.
Thunk, thunk.
You shall
Wow.
pass.
They're whacking around a staff. I'm putting rings on my
Okay,
fingers.
so good bid. Roll Arcana on whatever ring you tried.
Okay.
Hey, homeboy, before you put shit on, maybe remember the fact that one of our partners is infinitely trapped in a suit of armor.
Oh, that's right.
Well, you had these on, didn't you?
Yeah, I have rings on that I have not tried to take off yet, so maybe take a second to think about it.
Well, I wish you told me that.
I wish you
Well,
would have
I
already
put
told
them
me that
on.
before I started shoving shit on my
That's
hands.
that's really funny, actually. Okay, yeah, make your Arcana check.
Oh,
good
yeah.
bid.
Okay. I don't have amazing arcana, and last time a
this is-
19 did it, so.
The stick is a separate thing. The stick is fancy.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
it was
okay.
a high DC for that.
Nat 20,
Nat 20.
baby.
So
Woo!
as you sort of like you slowly start to slide this ring on your finger, and everyone else is like shouting like, no, it might be cursed. So it's sort of like it's already too late. So terrified, you put this thing on your finger, check it magically, and it is a ring of water walking. So totally,
Okay.
totally
Oh.
fine. So yeah, it's
Interesting.
very much what it sounds like. You can walk across liquid surfaces as if they are solid. Not immediately helpful
Oh,
in the desert,
Jesus ring.
but something that will
Oh.
be helpful later in possible situations.
All liquid or just water?
All liquid. It says water walking, but it is any liquid surface.
Any liquid. I convey that
Yes.
to everyone.
So that was a mark that down because, like I said, that is that's not going to
So
be
is that
particularly helpful in
the-
the desert, but in other regions it will be. So
Which ring is that? Is that the double ring or
the double one
is
is the if you want to see what it looks like here, let me throw my
The double
my
one
main
is
cam
the
up.
one that
That Glib
Glib is
they-
wearing, right?
It's just the silver one.
Okay,
with, like,
so
little
this
blue
is
inlays.
I see. Amazing. So that is water walking.
Someone said, would it
ring.
work with heated liquids like magma? It does not explicitly say. My take on it as the DM, which is therefore the take that the game works, it does work on things like lava and magma. The liquid is still like hot, but it would be like
Hot.
it would be like walking across hot coals rather than diving into a pool of lava, which is more manageable.
All I need is a water walking ring and then inflammable boots, and
you're
I'm
fine,
good.
yes, Yeah.
All right. So that we figured that one out. Sweet. You guys can do whatever you do with the staff.
the sta-
I want to try and
There
lick the
is a
staff.
there is a chance that it is a glow stick. So have you tried breaking it?
I'm not gonna break the staff.
So you're licking it, Panda?
I'm gonna lick the
That
staff.
tastes like wood.
Oh, I thought it was a
No,
metal
it's a
staff.
wood.
Oh,
It's a
that's
wood
even worse.
stick.
Ah, got a fucking splinter staff in front of me. Here, you do
You
something with
could
it.
break
I hand it
wood
over
in
to
half.
SG.
I'm just saying you could.
No, you know what? Never mind. I don't hand it to SG. Don't break my fucking
At
staff.
this point, Prophus and Kylan have gone over to Goodbid and are assisting him with his efforts rather than continuing to screw around with the staff.
What
I
other
think
items do we got?
They've
here?
realized
I think
that
I have
you're
a
not being particularly
necklace.
helpful. So the scene right now is like Goodbid and Prophus and Kylan like actually like pouring over these magical resources while like SG and Glib are like in the background of the
Beating the
shot,
staff
just
on
like
the
whack,
bed.
whack, 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 whack.
Break it! Break the staff! No!
Lick
You
it!
see them.
That would
What
be a
do
good
you do
animatic.
with wood? I mean, you can ride broomstick, but not broomstick. You can light on fire to make torch. I have light.
Don't you light my staff on fire!
I really hope this plays out the way I want it to, because I think it might. Knowing Panda specifically, I feel like I know how this might end up, and that's exactly how I want it to go. You guys got another idea you want to try, or are we tossing it over
Swing on
to
SG.
Goodbid to check the other item?
Oh, this is so hard.
Can I try poking SG with it?
You can poke SG with it.
All right, I'm gonna see what happens if I like attack another person, a
You
being.
poke SG with a stick.
No, like, okay. No, attack me with it. Attack me with it. Make a genuine try. Hit me as hard as you can.
Okay, I'm swinging on SG.
Make your attack roll.
I feel like this is not going to end well.
It's a stick of banishment.
This is an item.
12.
12. No, that doesn't clear her AC. It bounces off
doesn't
her
hit.
magic armor. But I will tell you this.
Bing.
I don't know.
Wait, does he have advantage because I'm standing still?
Sure. Do you want to take damage?
All right,
Sure.
try again. Try again.
I'll say this is an item that
It's a
is like
17.
very. The magical effect seems very mundane, but if you're creative with it, you can do a lot of funny things.
God darn it! I don't know what. What
The
can we
city is being
do with this
occupied by
stick?
an invader from another dimension, and you guys are fucking around with a stick.
You know what? Maybe Mr. Malevolent or Baron Malevolent knows what to do with this stick. But until then, I think I have necklace I can figure out.
I'm gonna hold
Well-
it up by the power of Grayskull.
You're getting closer, actually. You're getting closer with that.
God damn it.
So yeah, let's
All
say
right,
the.
let
Can I
us
ask my-
try.
I'm imagining that, yeah. SG returns to. I'm assuming Goodbit has taken the necklace at this point because he said a while ago he was moving on. So Goodbit,
Yeah.
as they're messing around with the stick, you can try this necklace.
Is it a flat roll or are people helping me?
You are now being assisted,
Oh.
so you can do triple advantage again with Polnaris
Yes.
and,
Triple
and
advantage.
Island's help.
All right. That is a 21.
That is totally fine.
Okay.
So this is a necklace of prayer beads, which is a much more impressive item than it sounds. Let me roll exactly how many items are on it. It has 4 magic beads on it
All right.
that do a bunch of various things. They kind of let me see. I got to determine exactly what they are. Basically, let me throw this to my main cam. It has 4
prayer.
little gems on it. It only has 4, not 6. That all have basically various spells within them, and you can crush the gems as sort of single-use spells. And a lot of them are
Nice.
healing-based spells, so that's kind of helpful. Let me.
Okay.
You might want to write this down. If not, I can message it to you later.
Okay, yeah.
The first one is, these are randomly determined, is Branding Smite. That one's not a healing one, but that's a good spell regardless. Oh, it's also, these are bonus actions. It's a bonus action to use it, so that
Oh,
makes them a lot better.
sick.
So you have one for Branding Smite, one for Bless.
Bless.
Ooh, love me a
one
bless.
for Cure Wounds, 2nd level, or Lesser Restoration. You can use it for both. Planar Ally.
What is? I knew all of them except
That's a
the last
summoning one, I believe. So yeah, those are.
So wait, so with that one, with Planar Ally, could we bring back oh my God, Canyon?
I mean,
More importantly, could
Potential-
we bring back Friday?
you in theory maybe could bring back.
Oh
let me
my
look.
God.
Okay. You beseech.
We get one use, and we bring back Friday and not Canyon.
Oh, this is actually a really good spell for this campaign. You beseech an otherworldly entity for aid. That being must be known to you, a god, a primordial, demon prince, etc., some other being of cosmic power. That entity sends a celestial elemental or fiend loyal to it to aid you, making the creature appear in an occupied space within range. If you know a specific creature's name, you can speak that name when you cast a spell to request a creature. So basically, that spell lets you summon any extra dimensional you want, which in this campaign, with a lot of extra dimensionals, that could be very, very useful.
Okay.
I would say two of these.
Unless Friday had an order.
Yeah, Friday's not a god, so.
I'm looking at these spells. I can already bless people.
Mm-hmm.
I can also already heal people.
Mm-hmm.
So two of these are pretty much useless to me. Branding Smite is good if you do a lot of melee attacks, which I don't do, or at least Mr. Goodbid doesn't do.
I think Goodbid
Only one
does
that's
the
pretty
most
OP
melee
for
of
me.
the team right now, though, to be fair.
True.
Yeah. So this would probably be better with someone else.
And I'll go ahead and say, you can separate them if you want. You can split the beads up.
Oh, you can?
Like, I don't think it necessarily says... It says to use one, you must be wearing the necklace. I don't care. There's beads on a necklace.
care.
You can split them up, and so they're basically 4 single-use spells. Though remember, you can cast them as a bonus action, which really that helps a lot.
Does Bless cast Bless on you, or on?
It just says you have access to Bless. You can use it once. So I don't know if Bless is specifically a. Let me look it up. You bless up to 3 creatures of your choice within range. For note, I'll read what this thing is. You bless up to 3 creatures of your choice within range whenever a target makes an attack roll or a saving throw before the spell ends, which is 1 minute. The target can roll a d4 and add the number rolled to the attack roll or the saving throw. So it basically lets you
See,
boost
I already got
rolls.
that with Bardic, for me. With my Bardic inspiration.
I will say one thing that's really nice about this one too is since you can cast Bless as a bonus action, you could, if you really want to make an attack roll hit, you could bonus action it and then beef up your next attack in the same turn. That's a good.
True. And you said you could do multiple people with Bless as well.
Up to 3.
I cannot do that with Bardic Inspiration. However, I do add a D8 instead of a D4. Interesting.
Yeah. So you have one more ring, the ring that Glib has, and then the staff, the currently unknown staff.
Can I last attempt? Can I ask my god what the staff does?
Okay. Yeah, you can go ahead and do that.
Okay, so the room goes dark for a second. By the way, still in the background, I have not joined the group yet. Just all of a sudden, the room is dark, and you can hear me in the back. Hey!
You hear the classic rumbling voice of your Kraken god. What?
I have a magic stick here, and it seemingly does nothing, but I know it's magic, and I don't know what it does. Can you help me out?
Can you ask him if lighting it on fire will do something?
Yeah, fine. SG wants to know if lighting it on fire will help.
It'll probably make it burn. I don't know.
Can you give me any insight on what the hell this does?
It's a stick. I'm a Kraken. What do I know about random sticks you picked up off the ground? Have you tried asking the stick?
You're supposed to be. Fuck it. Close
Have you
the
tried
crap.
asking the stick to do something? I don't know.
What did he say? Will lighting it on fire help? I do have blazing strike, or what is it? Scorching ray.
Fuck. I look at the stick. Stick, do you do anything?
Weirdly, you feel like a little tingle in your hands. Nothing much, but just slightly.
Son of a bitch.
Someone in
Thank
chat
you,
saying it's the
and I
staff
close
of
the
one, which is
call.
not what it is. I'm not that obvious, but yeah, okay.
Okay.
You hang up on your patron again.
Yep. Hey, Stick, can you give me something more than a tingle, or is it just tingles that you give me here?
The stick does not necessarily respond to that one, but you are getting very close to figuring out what it does.
Oh, is it working? Do you just talk
Maybe
to it?
you can
it
ask
questions?
for something from the stick.
I felt a tingle. I said something to the stick, and I felt a tingle.
Okay, can I take stick?
And
So
I'm
I
holding on
take-
to it, and I'm like, if you light this fucking thing on fire, I swear to God.
So I take the stick and I say, light.
The stick does not light on fire, but you do kind of feel like in asking the stick directly to do something, you kind of feel presumably the same tingle that Glib did.
Okay, light, please.
It
Stop
does-
trying to light my
It
stick
does
on
not
fire!
light itself on fire.
Well, that was my best shot. I don't know what this stick can do.
You're
Take
very
the
close.
back.
I'm not gonna give you everything. I gave you the sarcastic hint from the Warlock patron.
I think we're too stupid to
It's
figure
not
out.
super
Turn
obvious.
Activate.
The stick does not.
Go, web, go. I don't fucking know.
I will say, you actually, when you got the 0, I actually gave you a little hint off that.
I mean, what did you do
Fly.
when you just...
You said fly. The
I
stick
said fly.
kind of jumps out of your hands and hovers in the air a little bit before like making a circle around the room.
Okay.
Oh,
Is this a
It
broomstick?
responds. Can I take the stick as it comes back and I grab it out
Yeah.
of the air again? Okay. Fire?
The stick shoots out of your hand, punching another hole in the ceiling.
Oh my gosh, Glib!
everyone can roll an insight check at this point, and I'll give you
Okay.
another hint as to what this thing exactly does.
all right. Okay.
I got a
That's
2.
nothing.
Insight. Let's go.
23.
23 is
Oh
perfect.
my god.
So
There
you
it
remember that the stick, when you first started kind of scanning it with Arcana, it seemed, I would describe it as a sort of non-magical form of magic, and you get the sense that
Yeah.
the stick can't cast spells or, do anything like that, but like, it seems to be somewhat animate. And like, if you tell the stick to do something, if it's something that a stick can reasonably do, it will. It is a stick that you can command to go and do things. It is basically the animated brooms from
It's a
Fantasia.
remote control stick.
It's a remote.
I
Remember, I
have
told
a
you this is a
remote
very
control.
mundane item that can do really helpful things if you use it well. It's a remote control stick.
Alright,
Interesting.
I turned to SG and I'm like,
Ooh.
you got a fucking genie that can teleport you to another dimension, and I have a voice activated stick.
There is another aspect to it that you haven't figured out as well.
No, it's a good
There's-
pet. I mean, we lost our morale pet Friday.
There's
But look
two-
at this. I take Mr. Goodbit's hat and I
Oh.
say, fetch.
Yeah, the stick flies out of Glib's hand and kind of like pokes under the hat and then comes back with it.
Nice.
What did you, Panda? What did you say you got on the
Good
Arcana?
boy.
23.
23. You know what? That's actually high enough that I'll tell you what the other aspect of this stick is. Sort of knowing the enchantment that's on it, you're able to sort of parse the other half of the enchantment, which is not only the stick is remote controlled, it seems to be, best you can tell, pretty indestructible.
Okay, I have an invulnerable
It is-
voice activated stick.
Yeah, as I said, it is not a great item on the surface, but the more you think about this, it's like this has uses that you could use for things.
This has a lot of uses.
Yeah, you have an invulnerable
So
voice
we can
activated stick.
do
Can I try and
Operation
aim it
Slippery
and then hit
Puppet and
and
not
then
lose a
say
party
fire?
member.
You
Can I
can-
like aim it and then say fire to see if it goes exactly where I point it?
Are you doing that?
Yeah, I'm doing
you
that. I'm
punch
gonna
a
aim it at the
third
bed
hole
again.
in the wall.
I'm
In the wall of the
I'm just
Wait, what did you say? What did you
bed?
say?
Not aiming at the wall.
Oh, the bed? Yeah.
I'm aiming at the bed.
Then yes,
The bed.
it shoots out and smashes the bed pretty thoroughly.
gosh, so many mending
Okay,
cantrips
I
being
understood.
cast.
Goodman's just fixing everything
I
as
just-
he's going.
Just
We
I
should
asked for it to
name
return
it.
and just take it back into my hand. Not, it's stick.
Some-
I'm calling it stick.
Someone
This
someone
is stick.
someone in chat said it's basically Yondu's arrow, but a staff.
It is.
Yeah. Which was
Nice.
actually not my intent
This-
when coming up with it, but yeah, like this is. I want to see how you. This is as the DM me challenging the player's creativity by giving them something dumb and seeing what they can do with it.
so now all we need to
I-
figure out is Glib's rings.
Yeah, Glib's ring is
My
the last
rings.
thing that he
Yeah.
has.
Okay, I'm constantly gonna be holding on to this stick now, just always with me.
Why does everyone else
Alright.
get the pet, but I don't?
You have Jared. That counts.
Yeah, Jared.
Jared is a person. You can't keep a person as a pet. That's illegal.
To be fair, Canyon got a necromanced skull. That's not really a
But
pet.
that's very Canyon's vibe.
Canyon got a dude. Okay, so I want to. Can I do an Arcana check on the rings on my
Yeah,
hand?
go ahead.
Just maintaining Glib's grumpy nature. I would be like, if this shit is permanently stuck to my hand, I swear to fucking God.
I mean, we could just cut your hand off.
I got a 7. Don't you touch my
A
hand.
7?
Don't you keep your shit away from my hand. Yeah, I got a 7.
It does not seem cursed, but you can't really tell what exactly it does. I'll go ahead and say we'll have Prophis do it as well.
Yeah.
Prophis actually got a 5, which kind of makes sense given what this thing is. So he kind of looks and goes, I don't know.
Damn.
Yeah, I got a 12. I'm not gonna do it.
Alright, well, I guess
Yeah,
I'll
Goodwood
also
can
roll.
take a shot at Kaiwan will as well.
I got a
No,
6.
okay.
So...
Which is funny because this is not that interesting, but no one is
All
able
of
to
us are
figure
just
out
looking
exactly
at this
what
ring
thing
like,
We'll get him
Okay,
next week.
well.
We'll get him next week.
it's a ring. Cool.
After this magical shenanigans is over, Prophis kind of finally like popped up. Oh, I probably should have mentioned this earlier. I did find some psychic energy signatures that might be helpful. It seems, as Kaiwan has told me, that my order has survived all these centuries. I'm kind of flattered that they kept on without me. They might be able to provide some help.
So we might have possibly got a couple of our friends and the leader of that order stranded in your dimension while breaking you out.
Oh,
Yeah.
not
I don't know if
Symmetris.
that's gonna
The
help.
other one, the more secret, the psychic one.
Oh!
Oh, yeah,
Oh.
that one.
Yeah,
That one's
I
fine.
started
We
a
haven't
lot
pissed
of
them off
orders.
yet.
But yes, we can visit one of their safe houses. They might be able to provide some more insight.
I mean, I think that's a good idea. I have not been around many psychics aside from you and Kaylin, so maybe to meet more like me, like us, is good idea.
And anything to help fight the stormtroopers out there is definitely going to help. I'm gonna drop as many pop culture references as I can to make Matt try and figure out ways that they exist in this world.
I mean, yeah, okay, sure.
I've already used Go
Sure.
Web Go and Capri Sun. This is we're already
Go
going.
web, go.
We're going
Hey, there are
places.
spiders in this world. There might be spider monsters. Hey, season 2 is where the world building is really gonna get going. So we'll see what I can do with that.
Yeah. It's where all
I
of
have a
our
question
consequences
about
are
this
waiting
Capri
for
Sun.
us.
What's up, Nathan?
What the planar spell for this necklace? What is the actual spell name?
Planar ally.
So you can summon an otherworldly entity like a god. Does that mean that Glib can summon his god?
So here's the thing with the spell. Technically, what it says is you call to a god and summon like an emissary from them. But it also says if you know a creature's specific name, you can summon them. So, sure.
Oh, I have. Wait! I already have one of those. My familiar is one of those.
Yeah.
What's his name?
Blob.
Blob.
Blob. Yeah.
But since you
Blob is that.
if you can if Glib knows his god's name, which honestly in lore he may not, then yes, theoretically.
No. I accidentally like butt dialed him. That's how I ended up getting connected to him.
Yeah, I was
And then I just that's also why when I call him I just go like, "Hey,
Hey,
dude.
man.
Hey, you.
Hey, you. Hey, man." Like Glib does not know anything about this guy.
Yeah.
I was just making sure we didn't have the power to summon Cthulhu. That's all I wanted to
No.
see.
I can
No.
ask him for help, but I did swear a favor to him forever ago. Which I want it to be noted that Glib gets more and more nervous every single day that's not called in.
He should.
I mean, Glib, there's a good chance that he might have forgotten. He's a god. He's very busy.
No, I didn't.
I didn't hear that.
He disagrees. He disagrees. I know that I'm the only one who can hear him, so I'm just like, He says he remembered. He disagrees. It's fine.
Someone in
It's
chat
fine.
just said,
Good.
"Why are?" Someone in chat made the note that like Glib and Glib's sort of adjacent characters have their names collectively are Glib, Blob, and Stick, which is just sort of like it's just.
So Glib, I have question for you. You were not always Frog, yes? What
No.
is your human name?
That's a good question.
Glib.
Cool.
Your parents
Interesting.
named you Glib?
So
Just Glib.
eccentric.
They
Well,
never
that's
told me a last name.
Beyonce.
That's
That-
interesting. Okay.
I got sent to magic school where I immediately failed. I'm not exactly liked. It's
That's fair. That's fair.
All right. So, unless you guys have any other things that you need to do at your new crime safe house,
I don't think so.
guess time to head out to the Order of the Eye, just safe house.
Yes.
From safe.
Thank
house to
you
safe
so
house.
much for your hospitality,
Yes.
Mr. Baron Malevolent.
You don't actually see the Baron as you're leaving. One of his servants says he's doing some business elsewhere, but says that they will communicate your message to him.
I'm gonna
Excellent.
fly out on stick, just sitting on the stick. I'm gonna say, follow SG, and then I hop on top and just
Yeah, and it's not a
Follow
broomstick.
along.
I should remind people in chat. It's
No, it's
just
standing
a stick.
straight up. I'm just like,
Oh, it's-
I'm just hanging on. Just
Isn't this Loki's Stargirl's power? She like
yes,
rides around in her
yes.
staff.
It is basically the whatever the Stargirl staff was called. Except he said he was doing it
there we
vertically.
go. I'll say specifically. No. I'll say specifically. Follow SG horizontally so that they can hop on top.
Very important question.
Follow along.
Are you sitting on it or are you like surfing on it?
Currently I'm sitting, but I will surf later.
Yeah. Okay.
Gonna have to practice
Yeah,
that
that
one.
one's gonna take some practice. All right, so the city is still very occupied the next day. You're following Prophis this time, who seems to know where he's going, but everyone's gonna have to make another Act Natural check.
Oh, wait a minute. Shouldn't
Wait
we
a minute.
put-
Fuck.
shouldn't we
Hold on.
put Glib in-
Glib,
Open your weird box, man.
get in the box.
Stick, follow me.
Oh,
The stick flies
I
in
set my
after.
briefcase on the ground.
I jump inside the box again and be like, oh my god, it smells even worse!
Click.
For flavor, I'm just going to roll stealth, even though I do have disadvantage on it.
All right, cool. You go right
All
ahead.
right. That's not going to backfire at all.
Okay.
That was quite a face.
I
An 8.
Okay.
got a 9.
An 8 and a 9. And Glib is
Clomp. Clomp, clomp.
is an irrelevancy
In a
right now. Glib is boxed.
I was stressed because we forgot to put Glib in the box.
Yes.
Okay, so you know what? You're stopped by basically the interaction plays out at the beginning exactly like the one from yesterday, with these soldiers being basically robotic. They stop you again. Two of them enter your path and say the exact same thing that they did last time, pointing out the sounds that that SG is making.
You know
Why
what
do you care so
officers-
much? Leave us alone, please.
Defense!
Once again,
That didn't work!
the robot kind of looks
You
you
know
up
that
and
didn't
down and
work.
goes, "Law enforcement."
All right. I mean,
We're leaving now.
We're leaving.
Intimidation.
Oh my!
Make your intimidation check.
I'm
Listen,
gonna make one
I
too.
want-
We can only go up from here.
It cannot get possibly any
It
worse.
cannot possibly get any worse.
God damn it!
I rolled a 25.
A 25. Okay.
Good.
Okay. That's
I rolled an 8.
An 8 is
Again.
An 8 is bad. So, these drones don't seem easily intimidated, but for whatever reason they do back off, which is a little surprising. But they do kind of just like return to their post.
This is what was supposed to happen last time.
Yeah.
Yes. Good job. This is
I'll
why you
take-
hire a good lawyer.
Good talker. Anyways, where are we heading again? The Eye people.
Some base of the Order of the Eye. That's all you really know.
Order of the Eye. That's what it's called.
Now
Yes.
you do.
Do I know where that is?
You
or
do not.
Who's leading the
Prophet
way?
is.
Okay.
Yeah, Prophet is leading the way this time. He says I guess on the way he doesn't he's never been here before, but these are psychics. He communicated with them psychically to find the location. SG, as you get closer to this area, as you turn down an alleyway and get closer, you can sort of begin to sense the presence of other psychics somewhere nearby, the more than you have interacted with before.
This is a lot. It's very overwhelming. So much psychic energy.
Eventually, Prophis stops at a door, much like the door that Raelius used to hide his nightclub. Seems that perhaps they're using the same sort of magic there, and knocks on it. At which point the door opens and you all step inside, to be greeted by what seems sort of this is not Raelius's nightclub. This is more like what you would expect for a base of an underground, kind of. I don't want to say resistance movement, but that's kind of what they seem to be at the moment, given Aldor's occupation. It seems fairly militaristic. There are weapons and people in armor walking around. But the person who opens the door is immediately recognized by SG specifically as the mysterious figure that rescued you so many years ago. They do not seem to recognize you immediately.
Oh, right. I'm still a half.
Yeah, because you're
changeling.
Because you're still a half. So, and I get you said Doc before you changed, so I'm gonna hold that in character. Doc, this figure is actually, you know what? We'll flavor this. This figure actually also seems to be a changeling. Yeah. So this changeling kind of looks at you very confused. As this half elf that they do not recognize seems to recognize them, and then when you shift back to your normal form, sort of you see recognition in their eyes. They go, "Oh, it's you! It's finally time for this! Oh, it's been so long."
Time for what? I've been kind of looking for you everywhere, and also we don't have eyes, so I'm saying this mind's eye. It's very familiar
this
to
is,
me.
mind's eye. You get
Yes.
The figure that you know as Doc kind of pauses for a moment. Oh, this is definitely a lot to explain. We'll get into it in a moment. Prophis, I know you aren't familiar with me, but I'm somewhat familiar with you. Ignore the side. The Aldori guards, they're looking for you. Get inside quickly. So yeah, you all get inside as the siren plays and you hear a bunch of guards running by. Prophis seems equally confused by this figure recognizing. But as Doc sort of leads you through, you can tell that this organization is gearing up, as I said, for some sort of resistance against Aldor's occupation. You see that all of their armor has the same vertical eye with the 3 lines through it that is the symbol of this organization, which is their technical name is just sort of a psychic signature, but as colloquially known, the Order of the Eye. The Doc takes you back to a table in the back there and goes, This is difficult to explain. How do I say this kindly? I'm from the future.
Excuse me?
It's very difficult. Time travel is real. I'll just let you process that one for a moment.
Wait,
what am I reading?
Oh yeah, Glib is Glib still in the box? That's a.
Oh right.
We'll shake him out. We'll get him out of there.
Time travel is real. Dump.
Oh, all right. So, Doc, these are my new friends. Actually, this one's not my friend. He is indentured to me until he finishes his contract.
Howdy.
Yeah.
And
Which one
this
she
is
talking
Glib.
about, me or him?
He is frog,
Oh.
but also person at the same time, and dead. It's complicated, but you're from the future, so you must understand.
Yes. As weird as it sounds, I do know them. I am familiar with them from my time, in a sense.
How rich
This
am
time,
I?
what is he talking about? What the fuck did I just get dropped into?
Yeah. Doc kind of looks at Goodbid and goes, "Rich in something, my friend."
Well, I'll take it.
Well, apparently you're not dead in the future, so that's good news.
This is good news.
Congratulations, you stuck to your contract.
Yeah. At this point, Prophet kind of jumps in and goes, "Time travel that's fascinating. Love that. We'll come back to that certainly. But I believe we should deal with the," kind of gestures at the door where the sirens are coming around again.
Yes.
Oh, Panda probably has to go get his package. We're gonna say that Glib is still in the box, and we're gonna keep talking.
Got it.
Okay, so Doc kind of goes, yes. How do I? Oh, there's so much to go over. We have been mounting a resistance against Aldor's occupation for a while now, ever since I was sent back to rescue SG. That was long before your time.
Oh, right, yes.
SG, if you would like to explain from your perspective to your friends.
But as you all know, that my heists tend to go very well. This is time that heist did not go very well, and I almost died, but I didn't die because Doc. He was all like, "I'm not." Oh wait, he was all like, "Oh, you shouldn't be here." And then I said, "I don't know what you're talking about." And then I went back later that day and almost died, and he was like, "Oh, didn't you listen to me?" And I said, "No." But he said I couldn't die there, and then I never saw him again. I've been looking for him ever since.
Yes.
Okay, so Operation Influencer, but older.
It was not Operation Influencer does not work if you're by yourself. I figured that out the first time.
I mean, it didn't work the second time either.
Okay.
It arguably went worse the second time. Like,
it goes worse every time.
Operation Influencer does work, but you need friends for it.
It does work. Shut up. No.
I should also mention, as you can probably assume, SG, it seems that pretty much everyone in this area has psychic powers similar to what you have. And Doc kind of sits back after this explanation and goes, "Yes, see, the psychic bloodline is something that has not started. It did not start in the past. It technically started in the future and then was reset as we sent back. It's all very complex things. But
so I'm from the future?
This is a complicated sentence. Will it make sense if I say that your ancestors were from the future?
No.
I didn't think so.
What?
So, you know what? Never mind. You'll figure it out in time. I'm sure you will. Or at least you figure it out when I know you. Hopefully I'm not the one who's supposed to explain because I'm doing quite an awful job.
But I already do know you. Or do you not know me yet?
I don't.
This is... Let me... Okay.
I'm going to turn to...
Is it a bunch of wibbly wobbly timey-wimey stuff I don't understand?
So Doc kind of pulls out a scroll and starts drawing on it. And draws a line. And then draws sort of like a line. And he goes, okay, this is where we are. See? And then goes down way on. And goes, this is where I was born. Yes. But see, I had to travel back in time to save you, points at SG, draws a line back, makes another one on the board. But the psychic, see, I was not the first one to travel back in time. People down the line from me, curves down to the right, draws another line back way over to the left of the line. We went over here and then began seeing the psychic bloodline so that the psychics would eventually be born, thus starting the order thanks to Prophis. Prophis, by the way, looks equally as confused as all of you. He has no idea what's going on. And
I'm gonna lean over to Goodbid and be like, "Are you getting any of this?"
You know what? I think I'm tracking. I'll be honest.
I think you're lying, but okay.
Doc continues kind of making these diagrams, which I will not continue explaining on stream for the sake of everyone watching.
It gets more
It's
complicated.
like 17 lines.
Yes, as there are many
50 dots.
There are many crossing
some are
lines.
scribbled out, some are like wiped away.
And then
I whisper over to Glib, "I'm not tracking anymore."
No fucking shit, genius.
I lost it. We got more than 3 lines, and I'm gone.
And then Doc kind of just pauses and goes, "Understood?"
I mean, if you know me, you know that I don't understand. So we can just move on after this.
Doc pauses for a minute and goes, "Oh, you'll understand eventually, I guess. unless you were lying to me about understanding in the future, which I suppose is equally possible. We'll see how it goes.
Wait, I have very important question for you. So in the future, do I have pet?
You have pet. You never mentioned a pet. We don't know each other that well. But
This is very disappointing to hear.
I mean, I'm
You're
sure
telling
you
me
can.
I'm still stuck with Goodbid and she doesn't have a fucking pet?
I mean,
Is
I'm
the
sure
future
you,
terrible?
I'm sure you could have a pet. We haven't spoken at length about it. I mean, I have a lizard, but I didn't mention it before.
Do you have it with you or is it in the future?
I mean, I live here, but I came back from the. Look at the diagram.
Okay, but
Clearly,
you
lizard
did not say
is
if you brought the lizard with you or not.
The lizard is for, and they start drawing on the diagram a second time.
Okay, so the lizard is dead, is what I
No,
understand.
the
We can
lizard's
move
not
past
dead. The
this.
lizard isn't born yet. Because I'm from here, but
Same
I'm from here. But then I came back from here to here, and then you're here, and then you came over here because of the formation of the order that was here because of him, pointed Prophis. But then Aldor re-enters the time stream here at this point, draws like a big star, and this is the thing that we were trying to prevent. But that
Wait,
didn't go very
hold
well.
on a
So
second.
now we're here.
Whoa, stop. Doc, are you telling me that Aldor is not currently here in our timeline, he is somewhere else?
No, of course not. How did you get that?
You just said when Aldor re-entered
That's
timeline.
here, before now, in the past.
Oh, that's current. I see, I understand now.
Good.
They understand. And I just messaged, I just by side friends and I'm just like, I don't understand, but we must pretend like we understand so he will stop talking.
At this point, another one of the order members kind of comes up, puts their hand on Doc's shoulder, turns to you and goes, "Sorry, they can be excitable. Would you like a better explanation that doesn't have any of gestures vaguely at the diagram?"
I would like explanation that explains how bad it is in the future. Because if we don't succeed in taking down Eldor, that means you exist. But if you don't exist, then I don't exist. So we must fail, is what I'm understanding at this point.
Literally anything what that dude said. And
Yes.
point at Doc.
Okay, we'll make it simple for you.
Thank you.
The dimensional branching that has been happening here over the past weeks caused a timeline split. Simple as that. We are here to hopefully realign them in some sense.
So that
What's
is
your future like?
our fault? Did we do that?
Did we do that?
The agent kind of pauses and goes, "I think you know."
Ooh, yeah, it looks like.
So if we
did-
merge the timeline, are we gonna get your future or are we gonna get the other future?
It kind of gestures at the diagram again and says, "That goes back to this."
Understood.
So let me get this straight. You want to merge the timeline back from the split, but you have no idea if it's gonna be fucking terrible or not?
Oh, I didn't say I didn't know. We know. That's what this is. It's just that this is decades and decades of research that is not... I mean, time jokes aside, we don't have the time for this right now. At which point, Doc starts talking again before the guy just kind of puts his head...
If
Doc,
you
shut
say
up.
one more word,
No.
I swear to God, I will drink you.
Wait, there's no need for that. This is why it's hard for you to make friends because you just threaten to kill people whenever things get a little bit testy. So I just thought
people talk too fucking much. You! And I point back at the guy who's actually making sense. What is the plan?
I said, so the guy kind of paused. Okay. So, essentially, to simplify it, I don't think this is a surprise to anybody. We need to stop Aldor. But to your point on the timeline splits, we're not. I could have been more clear. We're not from here, exactly.
Mhm.
We're from Aldor's realm in the future.
interesting.
Okay.
Okay.
Aldor's
How long
realm
since
gets
you've been...
corrupted because of you, and more sentient life starts springing up there, and the order energies is what created the psychic powers.
Question.
Do you know
Do you know
when
what the
that
horse is?
corruption happened?
Once again, the guy pauses. Goes, I think you know.
Fuck! Why
Can
didn't you try and stop us?
We're not gonna stop our existence. That's a horrible idea.
I hand a pen and paper. I'm like, can you please draw a horse?
Oh no!
The guard looks a little confused, but does draw a horse.
Yes!
Fuck!
Friday
looks
lives!
very, very, very much like Friday.
Yeah.
Fuck!
Yes.
Is this
Amazing.
Is this relevant?
A little.
More than you know.
I mean,
Okay. So what's the plan now, man?
okay, so let me. Aldor left our realm, came to yours. Our realm hit a sort of divergent future because of that, and basically, the realm switched places, so that our realm became kind of okay, and your realm went down the toilet. But since they're more diverged now, we use some weird dimensional nonsense, and we're trying to fix your realm as sort of a courtesy to you guys.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
So yeah, the timeline. don't look at this. He moves like the paper, and then just kind of like pushes it over and knocks the scroll board over so that it's on the ground now. Doc goes, "Hey, I worked hard on that."
Doc, I understand, but you need to take chill pill.
Doc kind of crosses their arms and slumps down in their chair a little bit. At this point, the agent that you don't know currently is kind of. So yeah, that's why we know Prophis, because we're from an alternate dimension future. It's like I said, it's weird stuff. But we're here to help find Callisto. I think that's what our mission is, Doc. Is that what our mission is? Yes, that's what our mission is. I would have gotten there if you hadn't cut me off.
Okay, so just to make understand, you're not going to kill Callisto because you are very moved past Aldor's mentality, yes?
Oh, yes, we're not fans of him.
Just making sure.
At this
Okay.
point,
Yeah.
Prophis kind of pipes and goes, "So wait a second, did I create the order or not?" And the guy kind of goes, "You created the order with our influence."
So the answer to that is no.
Prophis goes, "Dang,
Technically, we've created the order.
No, you screwed up the timeline, but I guess that screwed up
Which
timeline led to
inherently
our
ended up making the order. So
So
we did kind of
so
make it
Technically,
under-
we are your god.
Who's your daddy?
You only know what a horse is because we forgot something. So
Yes, exactly what he
Technically-
said.
The guard kind of leans over to Doc and goes, "Are you sure these are the guys?" And Doc goes,
What is a god if not creation, okay?
So the
he gets it. She's not real, and I point towards Prophis.
there's a Kylan kind of like her eyes just kind of flicker out. I'm not gonna comment on that one. And Prophis kind of like shrugs. At which point Doc goes, "Yes, technically you are the creators of our dimension and a couple others. No, never mind that. We haven't gotten there yet. I shouldn't. It's fine. Don't worry about that. But right now, our goal is to find Callisto. Do you know how we exactly do that?"
Wait, you don't know where he is?
I look at Prophis.
Prophis kind of shrugs, and goes, "I don't. I mean, I've been trying to find him. I'm not
I
entirely
thought
sure."
that's why we were coming. That's why we were coming here. We need to find the last time we saw him, he was trying to fight whatever the fuck's going on out there. Apparently he fucked
It
up.
is-
I thought y'all knew.
Glib, it's entirely possible that the one of two things, that Callisto has been captured by Aldor and is being stored in a place where our psychic energy cannot reach, or he is dead.
That's fair.
Prophis kind of
Both of
like
those are
tenses
equally
up
likely.
at that suggestion. Before Doc speaks up again, he goes,
I could be mean. I'm not going to be
Oh.
mean. Never mind.
Doc kind of speaks up and goes, well, we were hoping that we could sort of channel our psychic energy collectively as a sort of amplifier. Is there something we can use is there something that could find something if given the proper tools?
I think I have something that could do such thing. And I take out Jared. It's like, I say, wakey, wakey, and I smash it.
Wakey, wakey, bam! Well, yeah, Jared actually, the crystal cracks and turns to dust, which swirls up into the form of Jared. He hasn't been seen for a while, but he's here now. What?
Hello,
Hey, big
Jared.
man.
It's been a while.
What is going on?
Oh, is this the first time we've been seeing
Oh,
Jared?
right.
Oh yes, Mr. Goodbid, this is Jared. He is the genie that lives in that is the crystal I carry around with me and
Oh.
lick sometimes, but he does not know that.
Everyone.
Are you under contract too, Jared?
No, it's a whole thing. It's more complicated than that.
Ah,
Everyone in
I
the
see.
room is staring at you and Jared. By the way. Okay, what do you need? I'm still kind of tired.
I would like
else
you
is new?
to please help these people here with their plan.
Okay, what is plan? And Doc starts talking again. At which point,
Hey, Doc.
Doc, what did I tell you?
Pauses. He goes, we need to find Callisto. And Jared goes, who is Callisto?
Can I psychically project in my out a picture of Callisto for
You are,
him?
yes, you're able to do that. I'm sure he hasn't seen Callisto, has he?
You know what? He might have when. Oh no, he hasn't. No, he hasn't.
Yes, he has. When
Has he?
we showed him Prothis, we showed him Polnaros.
That's right.
We
That's
called
right.
him up, and then we had Jared show him
You're
an,
right, he
an
has
image of
actually.
Polnaros. So he's seen Callisto.
He goes, oh yeah, that guy.
Yes, Mystery Man. You know him as Mystery Man. I forgot.
Mystery boy. Let me see. And he sort of like, closes his eyes and starts sort of like swirling with magical energy. And goes, okay, I found him sort of. Not gonna like it though.
Why?
Okay.
He's
Bad news first, then good news.
more like bad news than bad news.
Then it's
Bad news then.
Bad news, then worser news.
Bad
Which
news.
which one's the better of the two?
Okay, so it seem Mystery Boy is I don't really know entirely where he's. It's like all white. There's like a weird white
Oh,
man.
motherfucker, he's in the order dimension. Son of a bitch.
Oh no, he's not. He's in his realm. He's in here. Don't worry, he's not in another dimension. I can't tell where it is though. He's in like a weird. It's freaky. There's a guy there. He looks weird. He's got the green eyes.
like with green eyes. You mean like flicker green eyes
Yeah,
that
like
think
creepy
fast?
and weird.
Interesting. So he in magic lists this place you can't even see that because you're most powerful magical being I know.
I can see
And-
it. I can see it. But like I don't know where it is. It's somewhere nearby, but maybe not nearby. I don't know. I'm tired.
Listen, you've been sleeping for like 3 days, so you cannot go back to sleep right away. You must think a little harder if that's possible.
He kind of pauses. He goes, Frogman, give me the stick.
What do you need the stick for?
Give me the stick.
Glib, give him this stick.
Give him the
If
stick,
you burn
Glib.
this or break this,
Not
I
gonna burn
swear
it.
to God.
I'm not gonna burn the stick.
Okay. Fly to Jared, and then I let go of the stick.
Jared catches the stick and goes, good stick. Okay, fine, Mystery Boy. And he throws it. And the stick flies off and starts bumping against the door, the exit.
Oh.
Okay, thank you, Jared. You can go back to crystal form. I will keep your safe until I need you again.
Jared kind of gives you a thumbs up, and he groans like annoyed, and then sinks back down into his crystal form.
Yeah, I'm gonna say, Stick, come back to me, and then come back and catch it again, because now I know what the command I need to tell it is.
Everyone in the room, by the way, all of the order people are looking very, very, confused at what's going on. They seem kind of impressed. Prophis, by the way, is just he seems. He just got back from a 700-year vacation where he was turned into a demon monster, and now he figures out that, like, he was possibly being manipulated by time travel agents the whole time. It's been a day for him. It's been a few days for him.
Time travel agents, you must not be confused by what you're seeing now, because all of this already happened. You should know.
It's a genie. Get over it.
They kind of, you see one of them kind of go like, yeah, okay, I guess that makes some sense.
Yes. Also, we invented horses. You must believe us because we are your gods.
I don't know if gaslighting these guys is going to be very effective.
Roll insight, everybody.
I don't like this.
God damn it, I'm rolling like absolute shit today.
SG, you can actually roll with advantage because of psychic signatures.
Alright.
I only got an 11.
An 11.
Come
yeah.
on.
16.
Are you kidding me? That's a 7.
Okay. Glib is actually the only one that really picks up on this. I guess I'll roll for Polnaros. Oh, Polnaros got a nat 20. He figures this out immediately.
No.
You recall that something that Doc said a moment ago was he said you created the order dimension and a couple others, but you haven't gotten there yet.
Oh
and
no.
when you say when you reference you reference maybe being gods, some of the agents are kind of like okay.
I think
Wait a
we're
minute.
about to fuck up a lot more.
Y'all didn't react to that the way we want you to. What was that? What the fuck was that face?
I mean, are you like pointing at? Are you just like gesturing to the crowd and yelling?
I'm gesturing to the ones that I saw make faces, and it's like, what the fuck was that? No. You time traveled. They know shit. What the fuck was that?
Glib, you must
no
infer that.
one, no one like stands out to speak up. They're all kind of like just standing there awkwardly hoping somebody else fields that question.
I will call back the genie. One of you better say something now.
Glibberous, you must listen to me. I have spoken it into existence. We are on track to become gods.
I'm trying to figure shit out right now. Just let me scare these fucking morons, okay?
This was my last big twist for the campaign, so you'll get more info on it, but I'm hitting you with the big ones now just for fun. Yeah, you'll find it. I told you I was setting up season 2. Anyway, no one speaks up at that note.
No, I'm serious. We're going to be gods.
Doc frantically picks their diagram up off the floor and goes, "Do you want me to continue?"
We're out of here.
We're out. All right, see you guys.
Immediately tell the
maybe?
Stick, lead us to Callisto.
Wait,
we're not. Stick.
We can come with you. We have a resistance group.
Oh, okay. Are you guys any good at fighting? Did we teach you to do that?
You look around the room and see that these are like they seem to be very trained warriors holding weapons that were prepared for this exact moment, probably for a while.
Nice.
Perfect.
okay,
I also
good.
forgot. I think I have some of the weapons, like the guns.
Oh yeah, you do. You do
double
actually
gun.
have the Eldori
Oh,
guns
we
that you never tried.
We do.
You took the dual pistols, I believe.
I did.
Oh yeah.
Can we look at this whole room full of people and just immediately go, "Oh yay, more cannon fodder. This always goes well."
Yes. Off to defeat the god and become god ourselves.
Off for all of you to die in some unfortunate circumstance. Let's go.
It's
But you have
what they
literally
trained
been
for.
created for this purpose, so it's okay.
It's okay.
At that, they kind of all like shift around very awkwardly at that before the agent who was kind of calming Doc down, who seems to sort of be in some sort of de facto command position, kind of just sighs. He goes, "Okay, guys, that was their pep talk. Let's do it." and at that, there's sort of a half-hearted but still, good-natured rallying cry from the soldiers.
Yeah. If Glib and I could give bardic inspiration, that would have been our speech.
That would have. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. I imagine
my
that
gosh.
Glib's when I'm trying to think of like Glib's way of talking to soldiers, all I can imagine is John C. Reilly from Kong, where he's just like, "Oh, it's a good day to die. We're all gonna die here."
Yeah.
Like,
You shouldn't have come here.
it's a good day to die. We're all gonna die together. That's all I can imagine him talking to people like. He has no faith in these people.
Yeah. So, are you throwing the stick to the wind again?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say go to Callisto. I'm gonna say lead us to Callisto so it doesn't just fly off
Okay.
the second
very,
we walk
very
outside.
smart. That actually changes the dynamic of what I was about to do. So you're very.
Good.
Glib is like a baton twirler, just tossing the stick up in the air.
I'm never gonna throw it. I'm just gonna let it go because just in case it starts flying away, I can be like, wait, hold on, come here, come back. Like,
Now I do want to remind everybody that a bit that was pure coincidence as something that happened in my environment, I am now going to put into the actual campaign. You do remember sirens when you went in. I'm making that real now. And when you open the door, there are many soldiers staring directly at it with guns raised. Let me get a combat ready.
Jared is already
great.
in my hand,
Stick.
so I will lick him.
Okay, you lick
Nick,
Jared.
come back.
You know what I'm gonna do? Momo, Google wild magic table and roll on it yourself as I prep this
Okay.
combat. That way we won't have as much dead air. You can handle that yourself.
Like a homebrew one or just like the standard one?
Literally just look up any wild magic table. I have been not using a standard one this whole time. I have been doing different ones depending on
All right.
what I want.
This one looks
me Boot up my
fun
second
and
screen.
interesting.
All right, what's a map that I have prepared that looks... We could just use the old alleyway map again. Actually,
This one is fun. I have to roll a d20 and a d100 to see what happens.
oh, here's what we're gonna do. Oh yeah, this is gonna be fun. Okay.
Right.
I should also say, and this is something that I did not describe.
I don't like
Maybe
that.
I should let
I
Momo
don't like
finish
that.
before
What did you
before
do?
I say what's about to happen.
I think I fucked up really bad.
What did
Maybe
you
I won't have to
do?
get my battle map ready.
So okay, I rolled a 60, and then for the thing I'm using, if you roll between a 10 and a 20, a nuisance thing happens.
Okay.
And apparently 100 gallons of water appear over your head, and those are the 10 feet of you evenly distributed above everybody within the radius.
Did you say 100 gallons
100 gallons of
above
water.
the head of
gallons.
everybody in the area?
10 feet of me.
I don't think it's 100 feet per person.
Okay,
I
that
think it's
makes-
100
still,
feet
you're
or
in
100
an
gallons.
alleyway. All of these
100
entrances
gallons
are
of
in. Maybe
I'm so
Dear
happy
Lord,
that
maybe
I
I
am
don't-
both
I actually-
amphibious and don't read.
I'm glad I didn't
just gonna
start
stand
setting that fight up more because I don't think you're. I think that at least changes the dynamic of the fight pretty effectively.
This battle map
Wait,
is so cool
Goodman
too.
can walk on water.
Goodbid can
I
walk
got
on
my
water.
ring of water walking.
I'm trying to.
You
Okay.
just start raising.
I'm trying to visualize 100 gallons of water in my head just so I have this. So okay.
yeah,
If a
I need
milk
like,
jug is a gallon,
Yeah.
I'm projecting this mentally into my room. There's
Yeah.
5, there's 10 times 20. That's a lot.
I'm
Because that's.
looking up how many gallons are in a
1,
swimming
2
pool.
That's a good question. 3. 4.
Okay, it's a lot. It's less than 15,000 gallons are in a swimming pool.
Oh, okay, that's a lot.
Okay.
So it's less than we think.
That's still because it's above your head specifically.
It's above
In an alleyway.
everyone within 10 feet of me is does
So her
100
party.
gallons of water dunked on us.
So there is a 10-foot. There's a 20-foot wide cylinder.
Of massive just water.
I imagine it's like
burst.
one of those dump things at water parks.
Someone said it's like a trash can
I
worth of water.
just
No,
opens
it's
the bottom
more.
and just-
It's more than that. Someone said about
It's just
half a
it's
hot.
quite
tub.
a bit of water.
Yeah, it's quite a bit of, and the fact that it's dropping from.
Oh,
like,
hold on.
several
Yeah.
feet
No.
to-
I fucked up. I didn't roll the other part of the D100.
Okay, yeah, there's another part. I was about to ask. Didn't you say there were two? Yeah.
It's about
That's 68. So you immediately take 2d4 psychic damage, but I'm resistant to psychic damage because, or am I immune?
100 gallons of water is how much water is in a large fish tank.
Oh, that's not a lot.
That's not nearly as much as I thought. Okay.
But if I rolled a 68, I take 2d4 of psychic damage. Am I immune or resistant
Here's
to
the thing
psychic
that
damage?
I'm wondering about, like, because for wild magic, and this is maybe not how DMs are supposed to do it, but this is the way that I do it as a DM, is I try to fit it into what's going on. And I feel like some sort of spike of psychic magic in a place full of psychics is probably bad.
Not good.
Yeah, that does make sense.
So, man, this is a lot of things that I have to sort of piece together.
I mean,
at
you
once.
can either just take my original fuck up of the 100 gallons of water,
Well, no,
or
because
do the psychic damage.
what happens is a ton of water just drops in, and then there's a big burst of psychic magic. I'm okay. So here, you know what? Here's what I'm gonna say has happened. Right? I'm gonna say that technically the effect of the Jared was the water, and the surprise of the water appearing kind of startles a bunch of these psychics, and the burst of magic feedback, seeing that SG is not used to being around so many psychics, manifests as like a psychic damage spike.
Incredible.
And I take the full damage?
I'm gonna say yeah. I mean...
Damn it. I mean, like, it's a D4, so I can't roll, like, too high.
Okay, I'm gonna get my battle map up. I got distracted. I actually got it, like, halfway up.
Alright.
Now, this is something that I did not mention earlier. This is actually on one... This is, like, near the center of Rift Reach.
5.
And so where this is... Let me get all the... Let me put this to the back, get everyone ready. This is actually going... You can go into roll 20, by the way, if you're not there already.
Sick.
I do take 5 points of psychic damage.
5 points of psychic damage. Okay,
Right off the
noted.
bat.
Where's
Off the
Pomaros?
bat.
There he is. This map is a little dark, which is my bad. Let me get the players, or the Twitch chat seeing the battle map here. So this is not exactly what this looks like. This is like canals. But on this lower level of the center of Rift Reach, these canals are... Oh, this is still on Evan's map. Hold on. Get rid of that. There we go. There we go. Perfect. These canals that you're seeing on the roll 20, those are pits. Those are pits that lead into the canyon. Also,
Oh, so it's not a beautiful scenic Venice fight scene. It is
this
pits
is the
of
lower
despair.
level of a suspended city. This is just the closest thing that I can find. Also, I'm fixing everybody's camera sizes. I didn't... Not that. There we go. We'll do this fight.
Yeah.
This fight won't take too long, I don't think. I will note that the water burst happened. Let me...
I do have a quick question.
Yeah, go ahead.
I licked Jared last week, and there's a 2-week-long effect on me. Does that have anything to do with this fight?
No. You might actually never find out what that effect does in the campaign. I'll go ahead and tell you, because technically you did actually have a sort of thing, but it was in a situation that you would not necessarily have noticed. You can't get drunk for 2 weeks. That's literally all it is. It was not massive, and I was like, it might be like a flavor thing. Okay, so that's the player map. That's why that's not working. Polnaros is also here. Again, sorry this map is so dark, but it's what I was working with. This is the building that you were in. This one right here that you're all coming out of. There are a lot of psychics in here. The guards are sort of scattered around. Let me put them in, and then you guys can go ahead and roll initiative as I'm getting that set up. This will be a relatively quick fight, but I do want to do a fight for this. Not going to let you go through this occupied city completely uncombated. There we go.
Good job. I'm following you with the nat 20. I'm going to start rolling well now. That's a 10.
Okay, I was about to say, did you actually get a nat 20?
That's a lie.
Manifesting.
No.
I got a 7 plus 9. Is 16.
Let me get these soldiers up here. Just a couple of them here and there.
5 plus 9 initiative.
It's not my friend. This is
Oh, and again,
not
this
my friend
grid
today.
is not synced. I'm sorry about that. I thought I had this one set up, but I guess I did not. But you know what? Some of these guys are floating. Some of these guys have like little jetpacks. Just because, actually, I was gonna do that anyway. I can't pretend that that was something that I just came up with off the cuff. So yes, these are the soldiers that are surrounding. Again, there are a lot of psychics in the building, but this is a not huge area that you're in. And I'm gonna cover the initiatives separately for these guys because there's so many of them. Let me get a turn order rolling. Oh, perfect.
I hope they roll like shit.
Good bid. What'd you get?
I already forgot. 16.
Is that Kylan? Let me roll for her. Oh, that's low, but whatever. That is SG. What'd you get?
A 10.
10. All right, cool. Polnaros. Polnaros is in play this time. We'll see how that goes. 16. Well, Prophet. Glib, you said you got a nat 20.
Yeah, but it's a 23 technically.
Okay, so that's a 43. For ease of use, this is Zalkas. Zalkas is not here. And then, you know what? Since there's a lot of these soldiers, I'm not actually even I'm gonna have their initiative be secret. I'm gonna be mean.
That's fine.
Wow. Okay, and we'll do them in groups of 2 again. Okay, so combat has officially now started.
Incredible.
And the soldiers get the first turn.
I got 40 fucking 3. How is that even possible?
One of the speed ones got it at 20 as well.
Fuck that guy.
Yeah, one of the
I'm gonna kill him first.
Actually, one of the jetpack ones that's got whoops, he does not move. One of the jetpack ones that's immediately begins firing. This is an important. I'm gonna assume that Glib left first because Glib has stick. Yeah,
Glib
so I'm
has the
assuming Glib
stick,
is following
yeah.
the stick. Which I'll be nice. Do you want to stop the stick before? Well, we'll do that on your turn, which is next. So the jetpack soldier is immediately gonna fire at Glib. What's your AC? I think this is a miss, but I want to be sure.
13,
yeah,
I think.
but does miss. But then is going to reposition over here. So sort of the jetpack soldier like fires, and as they're sort of gliding around to this side. But this one okay. Also gets to well, actually no, it would be this other jetpack one, doesn't it? And that jetpack one is going to fire at Kylan because Kylan is the one who's closest. And is actually also going to miss, but that's a double shot. Is going to miss both times. These guys just cannot roll good to save their robot drone lives.
And a miss.
So just to clarify, these are the same order guys that we fought.
They are the same type of soldiers. Some of them have slightly different gear, but they are functional.
Right.
They're the same. I'll metagame slightly. They are the same type of creature. They may not have the exact same stats.
Okay. Right.
But now it.
Well, this is not our first rendezvous with, because we did it last session with Soccer Dad.
But you don't have Soccer Dad this time. Glib, your turn.
No.
That's a shame. He really carried that fight.
This dude far,
and
far left of me with the pistol. He's the one who shot at me, right?
Yes. I should also note, remember, this map is huge, so you can, and maybe later in the fight, you are free to go around to all of these different islands. It's not...
Oh, this map is huge.
It's a big map, and there might be more things coming in play later. But just I'm letting you guys know I have it zoomed in for the sake of the players watching. But it is a much bigger area than you can just see right here. It is not just this one little area.
Do not fall in the pit.
Is stopping the stick going to be considered an action?
No, because that's just talking to it.
Okay. I'm going to tell the stick to stop and wait. And then right after I do that, trying to pick what my move is here. You know what? I'm gonna roll a d6, and if it's above 3, I'm gonna do one of the other options because I have 2 options of what I can do.
Leaving it to fate.
Leaving it to fate. It's a 2. It's not. Okay, I'm gonna cast darkness on the not darkness. Where was it? Yeah, darkness. I'm gonna cast darkness on the dude who's flying.
Oh, you guys can't see the turn order. Let me just move that. Can I actually hold on? I'm seeing if I can pull up an initiative count so the people on the chat can see it, because for some reason it's not showing up for them, and I'm not sure why. On this one here, The one on the far left?
Yeah, the guy who shot
Okay.
at me.
Yeah.
I want him to be blind. I want him to be flying completely
What's
fucking
the
blind.
radius on darkness? Because you might be able
15 feet.
to catch... Okay, so that's big. That's that is... I'll do it on this player map. 15 feet is like this. This is a small area. Yeah. So are you casting it centered here?
I'm casting it centered on him. I want him to be able to crash and never know where he was going.
All right, go right ahead.
All right, I cast darkness on him. Let's see. What is the... There's no saving throw for this since it's not technically an attack.
No. But I will note, now that you said you're officially going to do it, you cast darkness. And you and SG are also plunged into the same sphere of magical darkness that this this jetpack soldier
That's
is.
totally fine.
I can't see. I don't have dark vision.
I know. Oh, that doesn't actually matter. Dark vision doesn't actually
dark
help
vision
in this
doesn't work.
Oh, okay.
That doesn't actually matter for you though, because you're psychic, meaning that you can just detect where people are,
Not
or you can detect their
Fair.
thoughts. Not necessarily,
As long as it's
but it's not like
45.
you're flying 100% blind.
Yeah.
Fair enough. I mean, I can just move
So
on
who
my
is-
turn.
So I think
Yeah. Oh,
several
once I
of them
did
are actually,
that,
all three of these are actually in the darkness zone.
so here, I want it said, I cast darkness on him, and for my movement immediately after that, since I was looking directly at him, I'm gonna jump onto him.
Ooh.
That's gonna be a dexterity check.
Okay.
That is not water below
Yeah,
you,
remember
Glib.
that
That is a
death
pit.
pit.
I know. I have a stick that can catch me.
I should
That's
also
true.
I should also
That's
note
true.
okay, I should note something very, very important.
Oh,
Maybe he should have
my
let me finish.
God.
This is not a canal. This is a bridge built over a canyon. What'd you get, Panda?
I rolled a nat one.
No!
Oh my
I jumped
God.
straight into the fucking
Glib
pit.
jumps
I missed it
into the canyon.
Glib!
Now, Glib,
help!
that should, if you did not have the stick, you would be so dead.
Dead.
But the,
Dead as
yeah,
fuck.
So dead.
the
Fully aware.
stick, you figuring out what the stick did this session is the only thing that saved you. Because
Okay.
the stick,
Stick.
it has
Can
been
you imagine if we had
established
figured it out?
that the
And that's
Glib
how
would just
Glib
plunge
died.
to his death.
that
I will
yeah.
say, I can cast Featherfall as a reaction, but he's in darkness.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so if this played out without knowing what the stick does,
Glib literally just said,
Glib would have died.
Glib blinded everyone trying to save him and then jumped into a canyon. You are very lucky that you have the stick.
Okay, so now I'm holding onto the stick 15 feet into a pit. Like,
yeah,
ah!
you are above a canyon that is so deep it is commonly rumored by the people to be bottomless. There is nothing
Sheesh.
below you that you can see. It's very dark.
Retarded.
It's
Glib, what happened? What happened? I can't see.
Oh, yeah.
Are you
Also-
okay?
I'm handling it.
You just hear, I presume, you see the darkness, see Glib jump into it, then just hear a frantic scream as the stick darts down there.
You just hear stick help,
my
and then
God.
the stick jumps in after me.
Okay.
Can the title of this episode just be Nat 1?
I think it can. I think
Oh
that's what
my
it has to
gosh.
be. Ah.
So now I'm just holding on to this stick as I'm in this pit, just desperately hoping not to fall.
You're lucky you're sticky.
Yes.
Okay.
Thank God.
Yeah. Okay, so that's the end of Glib's turn.
Oh wait, darkness is a concentration spell, isn't it?
I think probably.
Fuck. It might...
Yeah, darkness is a concentration spell, and
Yeah.
I'm gonna make the
That-
DM
I definitely
ruling.
just
I was
lost
about to say, I'm gonna make
concentration.
the DM ruling that leaping into a bottomless pit probably breaks concentration. So the darkness is now gone. It is
Okay.
Now,
Cool.
I
So
don't care if you had any more. Yeah.
Glib just did a magic trick.
I don't care if you
That was
had
the
any
most
more actions,
ineffective
Panda.
move.
Your turn is
I could
over.
have done.
It is now. It is now Goodbit's turn. Dear Lord.
Can I perceive or insight if any of these guys is like the boss or
You
something
can.
like that of the group? Sweet. What would that be?
Just
Perception or
perception's fine.
insight? Okay. Well, that is also a nat
Oh
one.
my god.
At least I rolled it on the
Yeah.
perception.
Yeah, that's something that's hard to.
The
That's
title
hard
of
to,
this episode is definitely Nat
yeah,
1.
that's
Nat
something
1.
that's hard to like have go actively wrong, you know. So or perception check is. So we'll just say. You know what? We're gonna yes.
You got confused. You got even more confused.
Goodbit forgot to
You're
open his
pretty
eyes.
certain that the one that's not what I. The one that Glib jumped at is the leader. You're not really sure why. You just have a
Is
feeling.
the leader? Got a gut feeling? Got it. In that case, I am going to cast.
Jeez.
Well, how tall is the building behind us?
It's
Like to get up to
it
the
is.
roof.
Oh, I should have been
if
more
I wanted
specific.
to.
There's not really a roof. This is part of the columns of the center, so there's not really a necessary.
I
will
got
say there
it.
are like
Oh.
ledges. Like we'll say that there are ledges here, but this is part of the columns of Rift Reach. This is a good map for the sake of
Got
like a bridge pit area. So that's what I'm using it as.
Okay.
Zooming back in.
Got it. Never mind.
Hold on. Let me just let me go to my DM. Just put him over there.
Well, this map is quite large.
Yeah, like I said, you've got a lot of space to go if you want to continue. Good bit always matches.
So
the
many
background,
things
I know.
can
He's
go
right here.
very wrong.
So I won't be able to move over here without getting opportunity attacks from the other goons. I'm
At the
assuming,
moment,
right?
these guys basically, if they're above the pit, they're jetpack guys. If they're not, they're land guys.
Got it. So in that case, I think this guy is the bad guy, the big bad guy. So I'm going to cast Enemies Abound on him, which is what I casted on Glib when I first showed up, to hopefully make him think that everyone is an enemy, including his buddies. So that's an intelligence saving throw, DC 14.
Oh, they actually, man, these drones cannot roll good to
Nice.
save their lives. So yeah, he does fail it. So describe exactly what happens.
6. So you reach into the mind of one creature you can see and force it to make a throw. On a failed save, the target loses the ability to distinguish friend from foe regarding all creatures it can see as enemies until the spell ends. Each time the target takes damage, it can repeat the saving throw, ending the effect on a success. And it's a concentration spell
How
for
long
me.
does it? Well,
So it'll also end.
It's like a minute.
It's
okay,
1
like
minute.
10 rounds, though.
Yeah, or concentration.
Okay, so that is noted. He did fail that, but that's all we're gonna say on that right now. At this point, is that your whole turn? Good bid, or are you doing something else? All right, cool.
Yeah, I don't want to move anywhere really. I gotta mark
At
off
this
that
point,
third level
it is
spell.
the another one of the guards' turns. Just going to can stand in place and fire. They're not the most creative. They're gonna miss again. Fires at SG, and the bolt just kind of bounces off her armor. That is
why
not a
it's
dual
called
fire
that
one. The other one, this one here, is going to move up and then fire at Goodbid, actually, just firing directly in front. That first one that's actually gonna hit. Where's the damage? There we go.
Can I cutting words as a reaction?
I think so. I don't remember what that thing does, but if it's a reaction, sure.
It's basically bardic, except I use it to be
Go right
violent.
ahead.
I guess he goes to shoot me now. I just go, "You suck! You can't hit shit!" And minus a D8 from his roll.
Okay.
Do it,
to
bitch!
hit
You
me.
won't.
Let me look at what your AC is. So.
Fuck! Only a minus
That
one.
one.
Close, yeah.
Nat
Another
one.
nat one. Man. Okay, that's
It
the
would
shot
count.
still does hit. For
Damn.
9 damage.
Mark that off.
I'll
be alright.
a pretty good.
I'll be
so,
alright.
So you shout your taunt at the robot, and the robot, completely non-reactive, just point blanks you with the rifle.
Damn!
And that is both because that one missed. Who's next? Next is Kylan. Kylan is actually going to melee. She hasn't meleeed in a bit, but she's going to run up here. Well, not on top of them. That's squares are really weird.
Wait, I thought Kylan already went.
No, oh, no. Wait, hold on. I forgot to put... No, Kylan didn't go.
Okay.
Yeah. Kylan is actually going to melee. That's something that she hasn't done in a while. But she is specifically going to... You see her kind of like enchant her... she has a short sword, nothing special, just a basic sword that she pulls out instead of her crossbow. She's going to enchant it with
Okay.
something that you can't really tell what, and then attempt to hit. Kylan is actually going to do pretty good, so let me roll a... Wow! These guys are just as unlucky as you guys are, if not worse. Because that was not an easy...
I just almost died.
That was... Well, that was because you jumped into a pit. That was not a hard save to pass, and it did fail it. Oh, Kylan, pretty effectively, kind of smacks the soldier with her blade, which doesn't seem to do a lot of damage, but forces it back more than you would think, throwing the soldier into the abyss below. Glib kind of just...
Nice one,
Glib
Kylan.
sees one of the soldiers falling down past him before vanishing into the darkness.
Even more fear. Just ah!
It is now actually Polnaros' turn. This is the first time that you actually get to see Polnaros in combat. But Polnaros, seemingly kind of like, you see him sort of step forward, and kind of like his hands start to glow a little bit, but he seems kind of unsure. Presumably still sort of getting used to his powers and not at his full elder god level right now. But he's going to step forward to the one in front of him very confidently and miss horribly. He holds out his hand, kind of a cocky look on his face, and fires a chaos bolt which goes completely wide and just zips off into nothingness before hitting a wall somewhere farther off. And kind of goes,
Can I just
Oops.
see from the pit it just zoom over the
yeah, you
the
see
chasm?
it just kind of
fuck?
whizzed by. And actually, yeah, that was a big effect, so that's his thing. Looping back around to the jetpack soldiers.
Oh wait, I haven't gone.
Did you not? Wait. Oh,
No.
That's why I was getting mixed up. Never mind. She was supposed to go after Goodbid, and I mixed up because I had the soldiers, and then you go ahead.
Ah,
Yeah,
okay.
go ahead. That was on me.
Okay, so SG's gonna say, I think we should all slow down a bit and cast slow 3rd level spell. It says you can alter time around 6 creatures of your choice in a 40-foot cube within range.
Should be within range. I mean, I'll check it on the thing for anyone watching, but that's not what I meant to do. 40 foot is longer than what I'm
40 foot
showing
is
on this map right
massive.
now, so that's huge.
And it's 6 creatures I can choose, so I'm picking up to 6. And how many of these?
There were
things
6
are there?
originally. Kylan knocked one into the canyon.
Okay,
There's
so
only
on
one competent
all
member
5 of
among us.
on all 5 of them, so that means that their speed is halved. They take a -2 penalty to their AC and Dex saving throws. They can't use reactions on their turns. They can use either an action or a bonus action, not both. Regardless of their abilities or magic items, they can't take more than 1 melee or ranged attack during their turn.
Okay, this is interesting. So the slow description specifically says it's a time-altering spell, which is very funny
correct.
that you're using this right after finding the Psychic Time Police. But because that's interesting, and I'm trying to think how that would work with physics interactions, you see, after casting this a moment later...
Oh, it is a wisdom saving
it's a wisdom
throw.
save?
15.
Okay. Let me...
So you have to roll saving throws for all
Holy
of them.
crap, these guys suck! Okay, that one passes.
Get good.
One of them passed. One of them. One of the soldiers passes.
Yeah.
Sex to sex.
You
sex to
see,
sex.
with the slowing of time, gravity sort of begins to catch up with the 2 that are floating, and you see them, even though they're sort of like moving in a slow time, they start to sink down into the pit with their jetpacks not operating at the capacity that they're supposed to compared to gravity. So these 2, for all intents and purposes, currently are out of...
Oh, I think I can take. I haven't taken a bonus action. I want to use a Misty Step as a bonus action to place myself where. This is a fun map, so I want
This is
to.
a cool map, and don't worry, it's not done after this.
I'm gonna Misty Step over to. I want to get as close to Glib as possible, just in case he needs any help.
You
I'm
don't know
gonna-
where Glib is necessarily. You hear he's in here.
I thought
Well,
I
I guess
did.
you know
Okay.
generally he's on this. Yeah, okay, that's fair.
Yeah,
You don't know exactly
So
like,
I'm
where
gonna
along this, but you can get an idea.
Misty Step over there and be like, Glib, if you need help, maybe I can ask Jared to wake up, but if you think you're good, let me know.
At this point, it is the jetpack soldiers' turn.
I'm just struggling to hold on.
The jetpack soldiers have fallen into the abyss. I have removed them from the map, but they still have a turn. But I do recall that Goodbid cast Enemies Abound on one of them. And
Yes.
I'm just gonna show. You can't really see. That is a nat 1.
Is that it?
That's another nat 1. I'm gonna use a different die for these guys from now on. We're gonna see how that goes. What's my most robot?
Everyone,
die?
throw your dice away. You have to put them in the moonlight to cleanse. They are
Yep,
all
This
cursed.
is robot enough.
All of them.
So
Somebody came into your house and weighted them. All of them.
Apparently. And now my blue D20 is gone. Where is it? That's
Fucking
annoying. I'll find it.
Scales after last game
Okay.
cursed us all
Put it in the
as he
wrong
left
section.
and was like, "Y'all are fucking crazy. You're getting nothing this time."
Regardless, so what I was gonna do is I was gonna have it so that this soldier, since this this other soldier is the only thing that he can see, and since he has enemies abound on him, he was gonna try to attack the soldier that he could see. But now I'm conflicted because a nat 1 means that something does not go like you wanted it to. But in this case, getting a nat 1 for the soldier would be good because he's attacking one of his friends. So I'm trying to think of how exactly I want this interaction to play out, and I think I'm just gonna say that his gun malfunctions and he falls into the abyss.
His
gun Amazing.
backfire.
Yeah.
Yeah, his gun backfires, and since he's already in sort of slowed time, the backfire of the gun short circuits the jetpack further, sending him plummeting into the abyss. So Goodbid's thing actually did help, despite.
I'll take the assist on that kill.
Technically,
I'll
you got
take
the
that.
kill because this the dipping into the lower area is more like a stun, if anything else. And you got the actual
You got
kill
plus
off of
5
Cool.
for a kill assist there. Congratulations.
And then let's see, the other one is still down there, but is within slow. Let me look at exactly how slow works. Bunch of people are texting me. Okay,
Yeah.
target speed is halved. You can use either. Okay, let's see. Oh, wait, hold on.
Mhm.
That soldier is in the pit below. Who else is in the pit below? Because there's somebody. What's your AC,
Yes,
Glenn?
good.
13.
I'm gonna.
I hate you. Whatever you're about to do, I don't like it.
You're lucky it missed. This is a new die and it still missed barely. But yeah, you see two soldiers kind of dip in, and one of them, the gun misfires and it plummets downwards, but the other one does start taking pot shots at you as you are clinging to the stick. But with the slowed time, its jetpack is unstable and it does not manage to get a hit on you.
The one that didn't
Christ.
die has to take can repeat the wisdom saving throw at the end of their turn.
They do actually pass it that time. So
Okay, the spell's
yes,
over for them.
the spell is over. They're still down there for now, but the spell is over. Glib. Glib is next. I mean, there's kind of really only.
There's another guy.
Hmm?
There's a guy in the pit with me, right?
There is a guy in the pit.
Like
with
I'm
you.
holding on to the
He
stick.
is over,
There's a dude right there.
over in this general area on this side, which is about 30 feet away. 30, 35 feet.
Okay. Can
Do
I?
the structures like dip down into the pit? Like, can he see Glib and can Glib see him,
So
or no?
think of these like very elaborate, complicated bridges. So they dip down slightly, but once you go below the bridge limit, it is open pit. And that is where they
Okay.
are right now.
Pit.
So yes, you
Okay.
guys, for all intents
So I
and
can
purposes,
see
are
him.
floating in a big abyss with structures above you.
I am going
Okay.
to cast. I'm going to cast Eldritch Blast on him while I'm holding on to the stick and try and get that guy while I'm in the pit.
Stick blast. All right, go for it.
All right. My hit is 13.
13. He does have the effect on him, but I don't even remember what is these guys' AC. I do not think 13 hits. Wait, no, these are the jetpack ones that are different. Yes, 13 actually does hit in this specific scenario because these guys have weird stats.
Gotcha.
'Cause
Okay.
with the
And then
effects.
I get I get 3 of these shots because I cast it as a third on the level that I'm at right now. I can cast it 3 times.
Minigun rage from Glib.
Yeah. Actually, wait, click on it again so I can remember.
240.
Yeah, 3 beams. All right, cool. All right, so 1. All right, so the first beam did 8 damage.
8 damage. Okay.
Oh, okay. Wait a minute.
Is it a
no, it only casts 2. It casts 2 beams, and it's a separate hit.
Okay.
So let me check that. So 8 damage, and then 16 to hit on the second one. So that one passed
that
2.
still hits.
And then that one is a 9 damage.
So was that an 8 and a 9?
Yeah. So in total, it did 17
That is
damage.
actually enough to shred through these fairly weaker soldier units. So.
Okay, and then for my movement, I'm gonna tell the stick to bring me back to the island.
Yes.
Bring me back on top.
We will. Which side do you? Well, I mean, you can move your character. I flipped them around.
Yeah, I'm just gonna.
For comedy's sake.
There we
Might
go.
wanna
I'm
turn-
just gonna whoop and then drop me back up on
we'll
the.
turn them back
the
right side up
bridge.
here. Okay, so you've been up to the bridge below here. The other soldier has crashed into the pit, but nobody knows that at the moment. Goodbid, you're up.
All right. I probably should have done this while it wasn't my turn, but I need to read this spell. I need to see how big is a 15-foot cube. Oh, I'm drawing. Not exactly how I want to be.
Can I erase that for you?
And I don't know
I can-
how
I
to
can
get
do
rid of that. Okay. This will be
These-
easier to
these
just do
little
with the
tiny little-
ruler.
Can I? Those. Nope, I got them.
Interesting. Okay, so from these guys to the right. Okay. I would like to, because I don't think. Well, that might be a problem. Lib, what's your constitution?
My constant.
Jesus.
Oh no! Oh no! Hold on.
That's a bad question to be
if it-
asked. Always.
+2.
It'd be a saving throw for what it's worth.
Okay. What do I have to win?
It'd be a 14.
Fuck's
Hypothetically.
sake, man. We've been rolling
I
ones.
think-
That's not great.
Listen, here's my idea. I want to move Goodbid right in front of these guys. If I can. Ideally, I'd be right in between them, but I don't think I can do that here. And cast Thunder Wave is my idea, launching them to the left and right of the bridge, and all you guys just back onto the
Okay.
ground.
Okay, I
But-
have a stick that can save me. Fuck it. Go ahead.
Glib's getting
If I get
cocky
launched-
with his stick.
If I get launched back, I'll just
This-
ask the stick to save me again.
I told you the stick
This
is
sounds
good.
like a bad idea.
Getting cocky in the episode titled Nat
Yeah,
1.
Nat 1.
Okay.
This sounds like a bad idea. I am instead going to cast Shatter as a second level spell, which is what is that drawing? 60-foot sphere? And I'm wondering if I can get all 3 of those guys in it without getting any of my buddies
You
in
could
it.
at least get 2 of them. I'm not sure if you could get all 3. Oh wait, no, you
I'll
could
settle
get 3.
for
You
2.
could get 3.
You can get 3?
Tell me the range. Yeah, we'll just for the sake of because you can cast it like remember this is a huge map, so you can cast it like back.
Oh, sorry. It's a 10-foot. It's 60-foot range, 10-foot
Oh.
radius. So 20
Then
foot.
in that case, yeah,
sphere.
definitely, because this is 15 feet. So if you cast it like here,
Okay, for
It's-
sure.
yeah, that's actually perfect. Just cast it on this back platform.
For sure. That. So they're gonna have to make a Constitution saving throw, and if they succeed, they take half damage. DC 14.
Correct me if I'm wrong. Constructs automatically fail. Yes.
Constructs roll
Constructs roll
with disadvantage.
Okay. Given how these guys have been rolled, hey, the disadvantage actually got that one. Oh, that's rough. They both got the same number. That was a pass on their second roll, but the others were too low, so they both fail it.
Incredible.
Nice.
Is it just 2 of them that I'm getting, or is it all 3?
Right. I forgot about the third one. The third one. Wow, all 3 of them got 14 for their second roll, but none of those were relevant.
Good lord.
Sick. So this is gonna be 3d8. Oh, you love to see that. Turning a new leaf. That is 7, 7, 8
Hell yeah.
for
That is
what is that? Math. 14 plus 8.
that is
22.
more than enough to shatter all of these drones. But there's
Oh.
this is not a. Oh, I'm trying to move these guys on the player screen that the screen.
I don't like that there's always a but. There's always a backup. That's
At this point, for all intents and purposes,
Ka-chow.
there are no more soldiers.
Sweet.
all intents
I'm
and
gonna use my
purposes.
movement to just
No, let me be
start
more
walking
clear.
away.
For all intents and purposes, combat is over. So you.
But
what
we
are
are
you guys
not
doing?
out of initiative.
What are you guys doing?
DM, can you please clarify that we are in initiative or out of initiative?
Oh, you are not in initiative order at the moment, so you can just do
Okay.
things.
Okay.
Cool.
All right.
I almost died.
How far can I jump?
That would be your something on your stats. I don't know enough.
It's a jump. What's your strength? I actually have jump calculator
My
pulled up because I was
strength
gonna do
is
something.
8.
Strength is 8, and then how tall are you?
I am medium sized.
So that makes you like what? 4 foot, 5
Wait.
foot,
Like
something.
let's say 5'5".
5 foot.
Stick. Go
five.
grab SG.
You with a running start, you can jump 8 feet
I
without
can't make
only
it.
4
I
feet.
can't make it.
The stick
Stick, go
goes
get SG.
and floats you over back to the side. At this point, after this very short fight, some of the order agents kind of start trickling out of this building. It's a small door, but as this happens, you hear those sirens start to go off again.
We need to leave.
Oh, it'd be so great if someone had invisibility.
I mean, I do,
Can you
but that's just for
extend
me.
it to... Nope, you cannot.
Nope, it is just for me or someone I touch. So one person.
Okay, I have plans. I
Touch
have
SG.
plans.
I'm gonna fly 50 feet up in the air.
I actually wait. Kaylin, can you shapeshift too, or is that just like a Polnareff thing?
What is happening?
I mean, Prophecy.
Kylan cannot shapeshift. Prophis can, and any changelings among the psychics can. Kylan is also an elf.
What is...
Even though they're psychic, it's time travel stuff. They were not the originals.
All right, my fellow changelings.
Oh.
We are going to take the positions of the previous things the constructs that we have killed, and act as if we have captured Kaylin, and that is it. Because Glib is going to fly, Goodbeard is going to be invisible.
Okay.
I don't know why I became French for a second.
Invisible. I can do that.
I think that is good plan. This is a reworked version of Operation Influencer.
That's literally never worked.
Because it always
You
works.
tried it twice, and
worked,
it has a
but you
0%
have
success
a
rate.
big enough.
Goodman says, "You're the boss," and just goes invisible.
For note, at this
I grab
point,
the stick and say, "Take me
everyone-
50 feet in the air."
everyone roll perception. I just wanna add really quick. That can't do that. That's someone specific.
All right, everything's looking up.
17.
Wait a second.
Okay, that's a 20,
Oh.
dirty 20.
22.
Okay. So at this point, you all notice that sort of like out past the buildings that you can see, you're starting to see some more soldiers appearing. If anyone's watching the Twitch, you can sort of direct
Holy
to
shit!
to what's happening here.
I don't think it's
More are
that
starting
bad.
to arrive pretty quickly.
Oh,
It seems
shit.
that Aldor has
Oh, shit.
definitely noticed what's going on right about now.
Oh gosh.
Can I bark an order?
I'm invisible.
All changelings, scatter, confuse the shit out of them.
Okay, so all of the again, they kind of look to their commander, who sighs once more and gives a confirmation. At which point I guess I should get. I don't have like a set mini for these guys. What's something that just looks fitting enough? They begin, scattering throughout the layer as well.
Okay.
I'm trying
So
to
we're
find
on the bottommost layer of.
Yes, you are on the bottommost layer.
Can
Those
we?
who got a plus 20, I'll go ahead and say you can kind of hear more soldiers on like the few layers above you as well.
But so Glib planned on flying. Hypothetically, could one just fly other gaps in the ceiling to fly to the other layers, or like?
There are, yes.
How high does the ceiling go?
So there's not a direct ceiling. It is like this bridge area for the bridges don't all necessarily line up.
Right.
Like,
It's layers of bridges.
yeah,
layers
it's
of
layers of
bridges.
bridges, and you can't really tell exactly how many. This is the city center. So like, presumably somewhere above you, relatively nearby, is like Minerva's Spire and things like that. You are just on the bottommost layer now.
Okay, that's good. Not really, but we'll make it work.
Start putting some.
That's good. No, it's not. Good beard. Do you have anything useful in that bag, that hat of useful things?
I am invisible, but I hear you. And I'll pull off my invisible hat. Where's my D12? Let's see here.
Just a Glock. A Glock.
On the ground in front of us. For you, it would appear out of nothing because I'm invisible, but a 50-foot rope appears.
I mean, that is pretty useful, I have to
That's
say.
actually very helpful. Yeah.
That is exactly how high up into the air I flew. So I mean, if I fly down, grab the rope, and fly up to the next layer, I can get you guys all up there with me.
Goodman trusts this rope with his life, and will assume that it's very important. So if you guys don't use it, he'll be very upset. But he's invisible right now, so he can't really use it.
I'm gonna
still
fly
talk.
back down. I'm gonna fly back down. I'm gonna tie one knot at the very end of the rope, and then I'm gonna tie the other end to the stick, and then I'm gonna tell the stick to fly me back up in the air again.
As this is happening, the order agents and the Aldori guards have begun to fire on each other. So you are like in the middle of in the center of a firefight right now.
You know, I think Operation Influencer has already failed before it even began.
Yet again.
Which is a shame because I used a second level spell slot to turn invisible.
I mean, they can't hit you if they can't see you.
That is very true. No one is targeting Goodbait at the moment.
Okay.
I will invisibly start climbing the rope if I can.
SG, get on the rope.
Just to get out of here.
Yes.
How exactly have you secured this rope, Panda?
I'm assuming that there's a bit on the top of the staff. I think I remember you saying there was like something on the very top of the staff.
I don't remember what, but
all right, yeah, I've tied it around
you've
whatever
tied
the
it
fuck
around
that
the
is.
Okay, yeah, you've tied it around the stick.
Yeah.
That's fine. I wanted to make sure you weren't holding it with your tiny.
I'm not
hands.
just holding it.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Good.
I'm not.
I
hoping
thought
that
you
my
were
arms
smarter than
together.
that, but I just wanted to be sure. Okay, so you tied it to the stick.
Tied to the stick, and then we've flown up in the air with it tied to the stick.
Yes, the stick seems to be holding very effectively. And
Sick.
so I'm gonna need everybody to make a dexterity check. Less to climb the rope and more to try to not get shot by the people as you're climbing. Good bid, you can do so with advantage because you're invisible.
I got
I was
shot.
gonna say,
I got
appreciate that.
fucking shot. I got shot in the fucking face. Thank you. Not one episode. I got a not fucking one.
Another one?
God.
Okay,
Ah!
let's do.
Do I even
Wait,
need
is
to
this
roll?
a saving throw or just a regular?
This is just a dexterity check, and I'm gonna kind of
Okay.
factor it in with some other abilities.
For what it's worth, I got an 18.
Would you believe it? Would you believe it? I just got it. No, that's a 7. That's a 7. A 7.
Okay, good.
Okay.
Good. Glib.
Still
though,
not great, but
Glib,
not a 1.
Got
Okay.
shot
let me-
immediately.
Let me look up something here.
Flip said,
Let me
"Let's
look
fly,"
up
and got
something
domed.
Here we go.
How
That's
high
what
up is
I'm
Glib?
looking. I'm looking at fall damage right now.
Because I'm pretty sure he said 50 feet.
Okay, that is 1d6 bludgeoning damage for every 10 every 10 feet you fell. So that's 5d6 plus the shot that you took.
Glib.
So
Hey, on average, that's only 15 damage. On average, that's only
get
15
a bunch
damage.
of d6s here. This is the cursed session, man.
Come
That's
on,
5d6.
D, come on.
Add the,
You do have a prayer bead, I
Come
think.
on.
how much?
Wait a second. Reaction, I cast Featherfall on Glib.
Okay.
Reaction spell
What is
Featherfall.
that?
Alright.
I'm assuming I have a general idea, but just read it off so I'm 100% sure.
Choose up to 5 falling creatures within range. A falling creature's rate of descent slows to 60 feet per round until the spell ends. If the creature lands before the spell ends, it takes no falling damage and can land on its feet.
For the sake of entertainment, I'm gonna roll for myself just to see what would have happened. To see what alternate timelines have happened. But yes, but you just saved Glib. You saved Glib from. Wow. From 27 damage.
Wow.
Glib, how many hit points do you have?
45.
So that was
Okay.
over half his health.
Over half my health. I would have been messed up.
Yeah, that would have been a problem. But Goodbid follows his contract. Goodbid saves Glib at the last second.
It's such a shame that I was invisible for this.
Can't get any credit for it.
I just think that I'm just light like that. I'm like, I'm a frog.
Now-
My body's bouncy. It's fine.
Now the good news for SG and Goodbid is that the stick is what the thing was tied to. So you guys are still able to climb up effectively, even though Glib was shot off. Glib.
Oh, I got a 9 for my dex check.
Oh, a 9. I heard 19. Okay.
I got an
18.
18. That was me. That got 18.
Someone in chat said so many ups and
the
downs.
invisible
this
guy
episode.
got
It's
missed.
so stressful, which is literal. Lots of ups and lots of downs, especially for Glib. Mostly downs.
Mostly
okay,
downs.
So let me
I have fallen
do.
quite a lot.
Hey, Goodbid takes his contracts very seriously.
The enemy got a nat 1 on damage. So SD, you're just gonna take like 3 damage, which is not that bad. You just kind of get clipped by a shot as you're climbing. Glib, you do have to make that dexterity check to get back up the rope safely.
So that means.
Work with me here. Work with me here.
That
Okay,
means that
good. I got
invisible-
22.
Okay, and I was actually about to say you could have advantage on it since you're good at climbing, but 22 is fine. So
Nope, I'm
you're
good.
you're
22 's
able to make
fine.
it up. Let's see. Polnaros actually he kind of like thinks for a second, grabs Kylan, and then just sort of like stretches Mr. Fantastic style up and pulls himself up.
Oh my
like,
gosh.
I'm sorry, I probably should have realized I could do that earlier. Yeah, that's on me.
Incredible.
I just look
We got
at
a whole thing going
Polnaros.
here. I got shot, dude.
I'm still getting used to this. It's not natural.
I just look up on at Prophets and I'm just like, you're lucky you're hot. And then I walk away.
Thank you.
Walk away. You're on a
I
rope.
don't swing that way, but thank you. So you are now up on the next layer. There are still soldiers around, but it seems like at this point the order agents have largely engaged them. So you are now pretty full on in like a massive firefight that is occupying this large area. But your current area is safe, so things are back in your hands. I'm gonna switch it back to the not battle screen for now. I might change in a minute.
So just so I'm clear on what's happening, a stick without a rider is pulling a 50-foot rope with seemingly 4 people on it and one invisible
I assumed
person.
you climbed up one person at a time, but I will say that yes, the stick actually does seem to be carrying this weight with no issue.
Awesome. Score.
Cool. Cool.
Can I tell Prothis to get on the stick and then we can go to the top layer where there's even less people, so we're not just on a middle layer?
Prophets kind of nods and grabs a hold of the stick as well.
Got it. All right, so I'm gonna go back up to where I was on the stick and be like, okay, stick flies to the top layer of Rift Reach.
So the stick whisks you up. It does take your suggestion very literally, and you are deposited on the roof of the highest tower. After a moment,
Oh, that's
Incredible.
incredible. We can get a whole good look at everything.
yeah, you have a beautiful view of Rift Reach, which you get to see something very interesting. Now that you're at the top, Rift Reach seems to have a dome over it that was definitely not there before.
Oh, motherfucker.
A dome that very much resembles sort of Aldor's classic energy signature.
God damn it.
Well, that would explain why we cannot find where Callisto is. If he's under the
Speaking
dome.
of which, stick, point towards Callisto.
The stick kind of, its stick whips around and points in a direction. It doesn't point down, it points like out, but yeah.
Out.
Is
All
it
right.
towards the dome?
I mean, the dome is surrounding the city and you're in the center.
Fair enough.
So
Fair enough, yes.
anything is towards the dome.
Okay.
Incredible.
All right. Is there anybody looking for us on this highest layer? We're 5 people on top of a building. I don't really think
make a perception check. Just
Okay.
for note.
I got a dirty 20.
Perception.
15.
I'm supposed to be good at that.
Okay, I heard a 15,
Supposed
I heard
to
a
be.
20. What was Panda's?
All right.
Every single
that's
time I've used this
that
hat,
one
it has been
counter
crucial.
going up.
God
one more.
Damn it! How? How is that even
That's-
possible?
The statistical probability of this is so
It's like
low.
literally impossible.
So low.
Impossible. We
It's
have
a
we must have rolled
5%
at least
chance
10
every
by
time. Anyway, a perception. Nat ones on perception checks, not that bad. That's the thing you want to get a perception check on. So you just don't notice anything. Panda and Goodbid. I always mix up. I sometimes. It's weird when I call one of you by your real name and one of you by your character name in the same sentence. But you know what? Whatever. Glib
Real
and Glib,
name.
I mean,
His parents named him
it's
Panda.
effectively his real name. You guys don't see anybody on your level, but you can kind of start to as you go up. As you go up, you start to hear more sort of combat sounds, hinting that the fight below you is starting to sort of break out more and more and spread. That's all you hear. That's all you hear right now.
I mean, it's a good thing that maybe one of us went in forward in time and trained soldiers. I wasn't quite sure about this time travel thing.
Yeah, Prophet kind of perks up. Goes, I don't think anybody was. Maybe we'll ask them later.
You know, if this was made into a moving picture, they would just pretend like it makes sense and then convince millions of people that it makes sense, and then anyone that doesn't get it is stupid.
Loki. Anyway, shade on that show aside, you're now on the top of the highest spire of Rift Reach.
Cool.
Wait, the highest spire, is that the tower where Minerva
That
is or
Minerva's
no?
Tower. Do note.
Minerva's Tower.
Can we just climb down and be like, hello?
So you,
Is everything kosher?
Glib can. I don't think the rest of you can, but Glib can climb
Yeah,
walls,
that's
so
fair.
Glib definitely can.
Yeah, hey, is there a door on this roof?
Yes.
Wait,
please
hold
speak in
on.
the wind-
I'm gonna
speak in the
take the
window.
rope off of the stick. Sit on the stick and be like, levitate me down to Minerva's window.
The stick levitates you down. The room is pretty ringed with windows, so it levitates you down.
Yeah.
And it rolled off the table.
I hope she's in there.
She is in there, and I rolled a perception check for her to see if she notices you, and she did. So she's
Nice.
kind of you can see her sort of frantically she seems to be communicating with several other people.
Mhm.
Before she sort of notices something out of the corner of her eye, turns and sees a frog on a stick floating outside her top skyscraper window.
I would just like to say I'm just sitting on the stick. I'm not standing on it. I'm just casually sitting like, hi.
She immediately stands up, walks over to the window, does her kind of magic snap thing. A little portal opens under you, and like the Doctor Strange thing, moves upwards and kind of grabs you into the room.
I did not consent to this.
Did you?
I imagine like the slurp sound effect, like.
That's sure. But Minerva, you clearly had something to say, and I'm certain you had something to do with what's happening right now.
Hey, we went to get your fucking guy, and he came. That is on all of us. It's not just us. Most things are. You need to take your own share of the blame here, okay, lady?
Let's not debate who's responsible for what in this moment of crisis. Do you have a reason for coming here?
There is no debate.
No,
that's why.
we're not.
Yes, I do actually.
Yes, get out with the reason.
No, we're not going to have exactly. We won't have the debate because there is no debate.
We're not having.
Anyway, the reason that we are here is, if you want to open a little swirly swirl snap thing that you do and toilet flush your roof into here, we can have a longer conversation if that sounds good to you.
She looks very confused and then creates like a small one that she uses sort of as a window to look onto her roof, so everybody on the roof sees like a portal just like slightly open and Minerva's very confused face peeking through.
Oh, hello,
Hey,
Minerva.
guys!
We are back from the order room. Oh, hey, Glib. How'd you get in there? Did you break the window?
She took me in here without asking me.
That was rude.
On
That was rude.
that, the portal expands at the same time that it rushes forward and sweeps the rest of you in as well.
Amazing.
I'm assuming we don't just fall through the roof. We just appear on the ground.
Yeah. No, you appear on the ground. This is the Doctor Strange sling ring, is what she basically did. She just sent it.
Okay.
You know how you can move them. So she rings you in, and kind of immediately starts yelling at all of you. At which point, before any of you can say anything, Prophis steps forward with sort of an uncharacteristically serious look on his face. And she turns to him, and it sort of takes her a second before realization of who the heck this is kind of dawns on her face.
Is she taken by his beauty?
We'll leave that for any fan fiction writers to take care of.
God damn it!
She realization kind of dawns on her face, and sort of the confidence kind of drains out of her as she realizes who she is in the presence of now. And Prophis just very calmly goes, "Technically, I outrank you, so we'll have no more of that. Let's get this handled, okay?" And she sort of just slumps back down into her chair, completely deflated by this hot elf man who has just put her in her place with one sentence.
Hell yeah.
Cole, I like you now. You're cool now.
This is how I usually. I'm really sorry for all the. Anyway, that's not a discussion for now. So, Prophis now he's kind of starting to get a handle on the situation, and being in a Symmetrist office seems to kind of restore some of his his older personality. He goes, "So, Aldor is somewhere outside of Riftreach with Callisto, the only person that can probably handle this. There is a small war breaking out in the lower levels of the city." He kind of looks at all of the communicator things that were on Minerva's desk are still active, and all the people that she was communicating with are sort of also just staring, jaws dropped at this dude. Not necessarily because they know who he is, but because they did just see Minerva immediately shut up when he went into the room, which doesn't often happen. So, apparently there's time travel, which I'm still trying to work out. Apparently you and are gods or something of the sort. There's been a lot today, a lot of bad luck, a lot of interesting things, and we need to work it out. So, who has ideas? Open forum.
I have a stick that can point us to where we need to go.
That's an excellent start, Glib. Good job. So we know which way we're going. Anyone else?
I got a hat that has never failed to give me a crucial item in our adventure.
Try that. That's great.
It created life at one point. It was terrifying.
It really did. If anyone among us is God, it's the hat.
It's probably him. It's probably the hat.
Yeah, the only thing about it is that it is slightly too small. We don't know why.
It is a little tight, but you know it makes up for it
It's
in
an
gusto.
excellent hat. Please stay on topic.
Oh, I have this tiara that lets me shoot fire from my forehead.
How much fire?
Like a lot of fire.
But
We also have a god in a salt lamp.
That is
Salt
true.
lamp
Yes.
god. That's probably the best suggestion that we've had. Minerva.
We
Speaking
also
of gods,
have
I
a
can
god.
call an ally
Uh,
with this cool little necklace.
at this,
Yes.
I also have a god in my head that I can talk to.
you
if
guys
needed.
are related to a concerning amount of gods. At this,
Indeed, we are.
Well, depending on who you ask, we might be gods in the near/distant
Yeah.
future, but we won't get into
no
that.
one understands the time travel point right now. That's definitely on the list to figure out, but later. You, he points at Minerva. What can you offer here? Minerva, still, the wind's taken out of her, says, my agents are trying to deal with Aldor's incursion. I've heard there are other agents, some have a strange eye on their armor. We've been looking at apprehending them as well. No, those are mine. You work with them. I will communicate with them to work with you as well. Now, Crystal God, that was good. Squid God, was that what it was?
The thing is with
Yeah.
the crystal god, he is a little bit of a sleeping beauty, and he will not talk to us for a couple days because he is tired.
He sleeps a lot. I do have a squid god on call if needed. He's a little touch and go, but
Okay.
I am technically his emissary. So
What do you mean technically?
I mean, I am in all technicality cursed, but I do receive his help quite a lot.
I'm just gonna take the good and ignore the bad for now.
That's what I try and do.
Good bid.
Yeah, that's our motto.
You said
Same
you
here,
could
it's a
call
good
some
method.
sort of god.
Yeah. I got this fancy necklace. Cast a spell. Brings a extra dimensional being into this
Which
realm.
I'd
I haven't
really
tried.
like to think that Goodbit is just eating chips off of Minerva's desk while he's doing
Yeah.
it.
we can
Oh,
say
no,
she has.
no,
we can
no,
say she has snacks on her desk.
Yeah, we can
Necklace
summon
thing.
gods.
Minerva canonically has snacks on her desk now. She hasn't really like left this room for a while since she's been working. So she was eating lunch here, and Goodvid is canonically just eating her
someone's gotta
leftover
eat 'em.
lunch.
Yeah, exactly.
So Prophet kind of sits down. He goes, okay, Crystal God, Squid God, Random God. I guess I count. That's 4. That's 4 on 1. That's good odds. I'm happy with that. What are we thinking for breaking/getting out of Prison Dome?
So,
That is a good question.
we need to find out
Excellent
where it's
question.
being projected from, because I'm assuming it doesn't just exist, and it's not solid. So, meaning that something has to be projecting it or casting it.
Okay, good,
Right?
good. Did you go to magic school? That's a clever insight.
I took a semester before getting expelled for cheating on a test.
We'll see.
That is,
We'll see if I can get you back in. I probably have some pull after 700 years.
you might want to get someone fired. That's the whole slimy frog thing as well. But we'll get into
Again,
that after we
I'll-
save the dimension.
Okay, that's going on my list after saving the world and the time travel thing. That's third on the list.
That's third on the list. Get this bitch fired. That's about it.
Love a good list.
So, somewhere in the city, probably, maybe outside of the city, hopefully not outside of the city, is a place that is projecting a prison dome. I'm a little stumped on that one. I'm not gonna lie. That one's finding the dome projection is gonna be a problem. I'm sure Aldor hit it well.
Oh, hold on a
Stick?
minute. I get off the stick. Stick. Point towards the dome projector.
The stick kind of like it spins a little bit as if it's not really sure exactly what's going on. Because stick doesn't seem to know.
No, it does not seem to know. Stick, stop, and
Oh.
take it back.
I have a feeling that wherever Callisto is, good chance that he might be powering the dome against will.
That you can kind of see Prof is again tense at the notion that his boyfriend is being used as a prison battery. Doesn't love that idea. So goes, okay, the stick is good. How did the stick know where Callisto was in the first place?
It knows things.
Well, technically, Jared told it. Jared is our genie.
Stick
Jared
could
is the
also
salt.
be a god.
Yeah, Stick is technically kind of sentient in its own way, and also the
Maybe
initial person to
clairvoyant?
point it towards Callisto in the first place was Salt Rock God. So
He is also our mascot and living pet.
I have concerns about that last one. That's going fourth on the list. Maybe above. Maybe keeping sentient beings as a pet goes above getting the frog back into school. But it's still below time travel. I'm getting sidetracked here. If the
get
genie,
too hasty here.
If the genie told the stick the first time, can we get the genie to go to do it again?
He doesn't really like to respond to us twice in one day.
Maybe if someone else asks and I give Prophis Jared, you just like break him, and then if he breaks, then he's awake. If he doesn't break, then he's ignoring us.
You break it?
Just
Yeah,
do it,
That
okay?
seems like
You
a
throw it
bad...
on the ground.
Okay.
Well, you couldn't lick it. That's the only other way we've got it to work.
He he recalls that he did technically see you doing this earlier, so he throws it onto the ground, and it bounces, and it does not immediately shatter, as it does when Jared is active. Okay.
He's asleep.
You got other gods? Any of them helpful? Again, I've been gone for 700 years.
Let me call mine real quick, and then the room goes dark again. Eyes glow. Just be like, "Hey, man, you got a minute?"
Not particularly, but fine.
That doesn't change much. Thanks for the tip on the stick. It's been real helpful. Saved my skin a couple of times.
I was being sarcastic. Did you actually talk to it?
Yeah, it's actually pretty responsive.
I can't tell if you're kidding or not.
I'm fully serious. It's terrifying. Anyway, we need to find where this magical dome that's being projected over the city that we're in. We need to find where that's coming from. I know you're technically like a squid god, but would you be able to know how that's cast? Or from where?
Why? What dome? I feel like I'm out of the loop here.
Yeah, the city that we're in, that we're trying to get to, like, stop being taken over by some, like, order god.
Wait.
Is
Elaborate on that part.
So we might have accidentally freed a order god from an order dimension, and he has taken over the city of Rift Reach, and we need to, like, undo that and get back that dude's boyfriend and point at Prothis, which, by the way, again, nobody can hear the other side of this conversation.
I mean, Prophis is psychic, so presumably he might be able to at least get some of this. SG is as well, but I don't know how powerful her psychic stuff is.
I don't think I'm powerful enough to communicate with God.
I also speak Elder God, so that he probably can...
Yeah. At this point, Blob actually appears next to you. And Blob kind of goes... You can see here, oh great one, he is kind of telling the truth, and he sort of floats over to the window and looks out at the dome covering the city.
Yeah.
And there's just a brief pause, and then the Kraken goes,
Oh shit. Yeah, that's not great.
Thanks.
I just scratch Blob's little head because it's very cute.
He looks displeased, but also does not move.
It's not great. Do you know how any of that could happen, bud?
I don't have much domain in the desert, which is where you are. But I'll see what I can do.
And you kind of like feel the line is still open, but he goes silent for a moment. He goes,
You're lucky. The ocean is deep and my power extends to all things below. You're going to need to go to the bottom of the canyon.
There's a bottom?
There's a bottom. It's a canyon. What do you think?
Well, I almost fell in earlier. It looked kind of infinite. I'm sorry. I didn't know.
Next you're going to tell me the world is round.
What?
I'll just drop that in there.
Yeah.
Uh,
What?
What? I feel like this is a that's not. Never mind.
Wait.
Your god's a flat earther.
and he's a Kraken god, so he probably knows a thing or two.
Yeah. Oh, god damn it.
Anyway, that might come in.
Okay.
That might come in later. This is the episode of season 2 setup, but but yeah.
Expositional episode.
So yeah, the guy says,
So, I'm not sure how you're gonna get down there, but there's some sort of magical signature very unique. I'm guessing that's it.
Okay. I can work with that. I got a flying stick that obeys my command, so I can just kind of descend.
Good luck with that. Maybe you'll die and I won't have to deal with you anymore.
At which point
Hopefully.
the line goes silent. Prophis opens his mouth and then closes it again, and he goes, "Could anyone else hear that?"
Hear what?
Gotcha. Okay.
Nah.
Glib, you want to take the plan
Yeah.
explanation here?
Sure. So apparently Rift Reach has a bottom. Like that pit doesn't just go on forever. The world might be flat. I'm not sure. He kind of slipped that in there out of nowhere. So the plan right now is to kind of just hop on stick. We have rope. We still got that rope, right?
I would imagine you still do.
Just-
You didn't actively drop it, so
Right. While I'm explaining this, I'm tying the rope back to the stick again. I'm like, all right. So the plan right now is to just hop on the rope on stick, and I'll pilot us down to the bottom of the pit, because apparently my god can control the ocean, which is under there.
Interesting. Good
Right?
bit. You got any other plan? Any other things you want to do, say, before we fall down into the pit for a very long time?
No, I got nothing.
All right. Can we tie like foot knots into it so we can at least like notch our feet into it?
Wait.
you don't
Can I
have, you
tie
don't have to
dangle?
literally do this now. This before you go into the pit is going to be the end of the session, so you don't have to do this right
Yeah.
now.
I'm gonna be tying
Oh,
the
okay.
rope to the other end so you can sit on it like a hammock as we're flying down. Into the
Okay,
pit.
thank you.
I feel like sitting on a single rope like a hammock is not as effective as you might be imagining.
Is it gonna be as effective as holding on to a rope as it flies down an infinite pit?
You have lots of options for getting down somewhere. Maybe there's another way. But yeah,
Maybe we can
We
just
can
tie
just
it around
jump.
your guys' waist.
Just
and
free
we-
fall.
Yeah, if we could jump, I can cast Featherfall on 5 falling creatures before we hit the
as
bottom.
you
I don't
guys
wanna-
are
I don't want to experience that again.
as you guys are suggesting this, Prophets kind of speaks up and goes, I can probably go back to the centipede monster form and carry you if that's easier.
Can you keep your beautiful face when you do that? Not the upside down creepy
I
one.
don't know if I want him to.
Yeah,
I
Prophet's
don't
kinda-
know if I want.
Prophets kind of points at Glib and nods. He goes, I'm with the frog. I think that would be worse, probably.
I think it would be disgusting to see that giant, beautiful face extended to the size of the giant centipede monster and flipped upside down. I think that would ruin the beautiful face nature of it.
At this point, Minerva finally stands up, kind of getting her composure back after seeing this, long dead leader of her organization returning in a weird form. But she stands up and goes, "Okay, my agents will try to contain the destruction spreading through the city. I'm sure you can hear it's getting worse out there, and yet even at the top of the building, you can hear the fight is getting worse outside the city. We're really reaching. This is the all-out war part of Symmetry War. We have hit that point as Eldor's forces are fighting everybody else in the city that has any sort of power. I've never been into the pit before, but I guess we'll have you guys find out." Prophets kind of gives everybody a thumbs up. He goes, "This is a bad plan, but I think it's all we've got." And that is going to be the end of Symmetry War Episode 8. Next week, Episode 9, they descend into the pit. Episode 9, I'll have to talk to you guys to plan it. Episode 9 might be the season finale. Episode 9 might
really?
be. depending on how things go, it could be the season finale. And I'll talk to you guys about that and figure out logistics of everything.
Okay.
Because I might extend it for another week, go to 10 episodes for season 1. We'll see how it goes, but you're getting close to the end here.
Sheesh.
You're going down into the pit. Gonna be a fun one.
Pit.
And yes, I don't know if I had actually ever confirmed this on live before, but I name dropped season 2 many, many, many times here, and it's probably happening. I think we've all agreed that it's pretty much gonna happen. There might be some changes to like the time depending on scheduling, but we're gonna make a season 2 happen. It's gonna be fun. We'll see. We'll announce more of that as we get closer. But yeah. That's episode 8. Time travel's a thing now. I know that I threw that at you very hard, very fast. That was intentional. So don't worry too much about the time travel getting not worked out right now. But
Yeah. I love that SG is like her genes are technically from the future.
Yeah. I'll recap that one part is that the psychic bloodline basically. I can kind of explain like the lore since technically you would have heard it from Doc. Basically, the fact that all of the Order people in the Order realm are so like robotic and pre-programmed, when they started gaining sentience, that sort of knowledge of programming evolved into like psychic powers as the world progressed, and eventually they got out and started, sort of seeding psychic genes in the main world, which I won't tell you too much about, but it's the natural progression of like the Order programming that created the psychic powers in Vontril, which, season 2 has a lot more world building. I'm going to really let you guys explore a lot more, and it's going to be fun. But yeah, I hope everybody enjoyed episode 8. I actually have several things to plug because a lot of my friends happen to be running Kickstarters right now, but I'll let you guys go first as usual. Anyone have anything they want to plug while I get this stuff set up?
I'm dropping a song this Wednesday.
Yeah, plug that.
Woo! Which is pretty exciting. I've been holding on to it since October. I wrote it in October. I'm like, this is such a good song, but it's a summer song. So then I had to wait from October till now. The time is nigh. Best song I think I've ever written. So keep eyes peeled for that. I'm posting a snippet tomorrow.
Cool.
So.
Ooh.
Now, I will also say, Nikhil Clayton is, a member of this campaign, but has had a lot of life things like moving and graduating come up soon. He will be returning eventually. We're gonna figure out exactly how that works. I'm gonna be talking to him this Wednesday, and we're gonna work out all those details. He does have a Kickstarter running right now. I believe when I last looked, it was at 66% funding. Let me see what it's at right now. Does it say? It doesn't have a percentage, but it's almost done. It's got 9 days to go. There is already a link to that in chat. There's a link to all of our Discord servers, a video game that Panda worked on, and Nikhil's Kickstarter in there right there. I do actually have 2 other Kickstarters to plug this week. Again, I said a couple of my friends are running Kickstarters right now. Let me get my main camera on my face. Hold on. There we go. These are both very small goal Kickstarters, and they're almost done, so if we could get those funded, I would love that. The first one is for a comic called Maurice and the Metal. It's actually issue 3 of the book, but I believe you can get the others in the thing. It is about a drummer who gains super strength whenever he is listening to heavy metal music. I've just dropped the link to that in the chat. The artist on this book is a good friend of mine who I've actually worked on with projects before. His name's Nick Izzo. He's fantastic. Art is amazing. If you want to go back that book, I think it has less than $200 till it's funded, so that's really close. And the other one is an anthology comic called Love and Werewolves, which I am dropping right now. That is by my friend Shelby. That's another one that is, I believe that needs just like 275, I think is what it's at right now. And that's got 38 days to go, so that's going really, really well for her. If you want to get some cool comics from my friends, those are the places to check it out. I already dropped Nikhil's earlier in the thing. That's for a pilot for one of his, an animated pilot based on one of his TikTok like comedy sketch series. So all of those are very great. If you guys want to donate to those, I'd really appreciate it. You can get some cool stuff. And I think that's it for plugs. We will be back next week for episode 9 of the Symmetry War. I will work out exactly whether that's going to be the finale or not. If it is, I'll tell everybody. If not, I'll still tell people. But yeah, thank you everybody for coming out. I hope you all enjoyed, and have a good rest of your Friday.
Woo!